Stay connected with Track Alerts TV by clicking that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. You'll never miss a moment when we go live, and you'll always be by liking, commenting, and sharing our videos. Join our community of passionate sports enthusiasts and let's support TV family today. It's time to take your love for track and field to the next level with the ultimate athletics experience.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More people are becoming satisfied advertisers building their brand online. We know it from start to finish. Trackalerts.com on YouTube, Instagram 4157.
Keep a pace with the latest track and field news from Jamaica, across the Caribbean, and around the world. It's trackalerts.com. There is just no other. Up-to-the-minute details, expert views, reviews, and interviews in photos, videos, and features. Track Alerts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Track Alerts TV on YouTube. Track
Sports enthusiasts, and let's support our favorite athletes together. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and become a part of the Track Alerts TV family today. It's time to take your love for track and field to the next level with the ultimate athletics experience.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More people are becoming satisfied.
Richard Green,
That would have been one year. Absolutely wrong, but I wasn't pleased with the execution.
I came to Jamaica, World Athletics called me to write for them.
Thanks for helping my buddy.
Yes, man, yes, man.
Hopefully I see you before the meeting. Thanks for the story.
Yeah, they say I'm gonna go on here in 2 minutes. What? That's fine.
I can see it's not easy to do. But I wonder.
I couldn't give you a little, tell us what you think about your team now.
Where we at? 5.13 meters for her.
Well, we were at the
4.84 for McLeod Immaculate.
They started some of them this morning.
Okay, that should be the 1500, the last one. Okay.
4.84 for Surrey 4.
Yeah, 10 till. That's coming up next. That's been the brick right on the tracks.
I think you're champion. Who's going to interview?
Just said that you don't have an interview.
We're throwing out.
On the runway.
The ultra is going to be two, the interview. When we are throwing out. We're going to tell us about interview Boaz, you know?
Now with her 50-10 in the gospel girls long jump final.
I have an interview with him to show it already.
I think if it was going on well, it's a pass here.
No, no pass. Here.
Pick up now with her 50-10.
When I press it and talk, you let it go.
He's in third at 4.97 meters.
race. It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliated first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah.
Welcome to the third day of the ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championship here inside the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. Coming to you live is Noel and Bravo Francis and my co-host.
I'm O'Shea Hudson.
I must say, whoever brought up this concept of the championships must deserve an award, because you have the 100-meter finals on the second day to set up just like the World Championships, O'Shea, and the finals right throughout. It's excitement, it's fever pitch here inside the National Stadium. Sometimes it's tense, but this is what makes the Boys and Girls Athletics Championship the best high school championship in the world. What are your thoughts on the format?
I agree with it as regards to the scheduling, and when I saw it, I was saying to myself, the organizers are starting to understanding what it is to put on a program that is befitting of a world standard, and not only world standard in performance, but in also the way you schedule your events. A lot of the athletes here, extremely talented multi-eventers. You want to provide for them that sort of balanced schedule where they can perform at their maximum best. And yes, it's no longer about having 2 of 5 days of championships. Friday and Saturday usually be the big days when we usually have the finals. Now we want the fans to be in the stadium from day one. We want the sponsors to get their money's worth. So having a schedule like that not only helps the athletes in terms of recovery time, in terms of planning the kind of events they choose to do, in terms of the combination, the doubles, whatever it is that they choose, but not only that, when fans come to the stadium every day, there is something to look forward to. So I agree, I applaud them for that, and so far it is working.
Exactly, excellent point. And today, it's a mixed bag. We have about 12 finals. You have field events finals going on, and we have the 400-meter finals coming up a little later. We can head into that now, and I must say, looking at the semi-finals last evening, I was very impressed with a few athletes, which I'll name. Kitana Headley of St. Catherine High. She is more an 800-meter runner, but the way in which I saw saw her dispose of Sabrina Dockery in the semi-final with such ease, she definitely comes into contention. And that Class 2 final will be an epic affair because you have Jodie and Daly from Hayden who will be coming into the mix, and I said Dockery. So that is an event that we should look forward to. What are your thoughts on the 400 meter Class 2 final coming up?
Strength endurance is a big asset to have, Noel, and I think that's one of the advantages that the young lady from St. Catherine High has. She has been known as a strong 800 meter athlete, but this year she has proven to us that she's getting better as regards to speed, and she started the season somewhat a little bit under the lull side, but she has gradually picked it up, and I think she is coming into her own, coming into herself at the right time. And I always thought that Dockery was the one to be beaten, but looking at that semi-finals, I must agree with you that the way I saw Serena distributing her race and executing the race, I think that she's now in the driver's seat and perhaps the favorite for the gold medal.
Yes, and another 400 meter final that we are looking towards is the Class 1 girls 400 meter final with Ricky-Ann Russell of Homo Technical, who seems to have rediscovered her drive, her mojo, and is in the form of her life, winning the Central Championships in 51.74 seconds, beating Onika Makhanoff, who is the captain of Heidel and who would like to go out in a bang, with a bang in her final season. So that should be an epic affair. Both athletes, as I said, have gone under 52 seconds, but Ricky-Ann Russell seems to be in the form of her life and will be very difficult to beat. Also, another athlete that we should look at is Shelly-Ann Powell from Edwin Island. So that should be another sterling final.
Like Boanger and Krumeh in the 100 meter, there's something that a lot of persons probably don't know as regards to Ricky-Ann Russell. She would have won in her early years at Class 3, beating Onika Makhanoff, and they have been coming up together in different classes, competing together in the same event. Truth be told, that Onika really had made immense progress as regards to her times coming down, consistently being in the top 1 or top 2. Ricky-Ann Russell had a challenge. She had a period where weight control was a big issue for her, but this year is her final year, and I'm understanding that she told her coach that it's either now or never as regards the championship and champs for her, and she has, from the background season, decided that she had to put in a lot of work to shed that weight, and I must commend them for the immaculate job that they have done with her in terms of getting the weight down and getting her confidence back, because now not only has she changed in terms of her body structure, she has also changed in the way she thinks now. It's no longer about what you have done before. She's now believing that she can do it now, and again, to come back after such a long period of not being in the spotlight and to be running PBs and close to your PB, I think that the final of the 400 meter girls, just like the 100 meters, will be one for you to see, because Makhanoff is coming strong. You talk about Powell, she has been looking fantastic over the last 3-4 races that she has run, and I guess she probably understands the assignment well, that is that chance that it matters most. So I'm looking forward for those three. I mean, for now we have to be realistic. I don't think anybody else will challenge those three for medals, but again, the race has to be run. But my call is as good as anybody else.
Yes, and also just to add that Ricky-Ann Russell, as I said, she's confident. She's also running the 200 meters, and we saw her earlier today running 200 meters, but holding back a bit because she was saving something for the final, which is coming up later this evening. Another final that I'm looking forward to is the boys Class 1 400 meter final. I like the young man from Jamaica College, Malik Smith-Ban. I also like the young man from Kingston College, Amal Glasgow, and the way in which he defeated Mark Anthony Miller last night, who unfortunately pulled up today in the relay, so I'm not sure if he will turn up tonight, but that's left to be seen. And also we can't talk about the 400-meter Class 1 final without mentioning the young man from Edwin Allen, Delano Kennedy, who is the man to beat. In my view, he's a class athlete, but it's going to be a cracking final.
No doubt about that, because a lot of people will not understand. A young man has been through a lot in terms of what underperforming in a lot of persons' book and missed opportunities. But again, Edwin Allen on the girls' side is challenging champs. Edwin Allen on the boys' side is not necessarily challenging champs, but they're looking to stamp their name somewhere in the championship. Usually, by now, a lot of persons will be talking about Brian Level. He's not participating. Well, thus far, we haven't seen him in the 100 meters. He didn't show for the 200 meters either. So it's all left now to this young man to do for the male team from Edwin Allen. And I believe, I remember at the recent character trials, he was rather fortunate to be spared, being evicted from the event.
It seemed as if,
and a lot of persons were saying they were biased towards him. But I think that he has grabbed that mistake and he has stuck it in his mind and said to himself he will not repeat it again. And I'm looking forward to see what he does tonight in the 400 meters, because the 400 meters is an event that is somewhat on a resurgence in Jamaica. But then we have to think about not just the now, we talk about the future. And that man has experience. He has been to the World Championships for the under 20 athletes, and I'm expecting tonight to come out and to give a good performance.
Yes, definitely. And he would have had a medal at the World Under 20 Championship in Cali, Colombia last year on the 4x4 relay team. So he will have that confidence, and definitely will come out tonight and want to put on a show. I'm expecting 45 seconds because definitely the quality is there to push. At least 3 athletes could run under 46 seconds. So that should be a spectacle. You mentioned earlier about title chasing teams, and as I said, it's boys and girls championship, and we have seen quite a number of spills and thrills, and to me the championship has turned on its head. Right now I'm not sure who is in the driver's seat, because the top schools are dropping points left, right and center. And let's look on the girls side with what happened last night. If we can go to the 100 meters, Serena Cole looked extremely well in the semi-final, running 11.16, but however when she crossed the line she grimaced. And then Alana Reid also ran an identical time, and we were looking for a fantastic showdown with possibly both athletes running under 11 seconds, only to hear, unfortunately, that Serena Cole was injured and would not turn up. So, but that was a big blow to Edwin Allen, because she was expected to pick up crucial points in the 100 meters. She was expected to pick up points in the long jump, and she was expected to run on the relay team. So that's a big blow for Edwin Allen right there.
And it's rather unfortunate, because we knew what happened last night. It's already in the history books. But a lot of persons were anticipating that mega clash between Alana Reid and Serena Cole. I said to Trishan, and we were discussing it last night when we said that she crossed the line. She was limping, and we were a little bit concerned, because we were wondering, was it a trick tactic that she was trying to employ, or was it that she was actually feeling something? And then minutes later, almost about half an hour later, we heard unofficially that the coach had pulled her from the championship, and then the confirmation came a few hours later to say that she's out of the championship. And that is not a good way to come to the championships and to see your participation in competitions coming to a close, because she has been one of those persons in the Edwin Allen camp that is inspiring the team, motivating the team, knows when to pull them into another gear. But now she will have to do it from the sideline, and it's rather unfortunate. But guess what? The championship goes on, and we wish her speedy recovery, because she is also a part of the team that is to go to the Caribbean Games that is coming up in April, and it would be a double disappointment for her not to be able to complete the championships and also to miss the flight to Bahamas.
Yes, I agree. But also we need to look at the final. final now, where we saw an impressive, scintillating run by Alana Reid, 10.92 seconds, chopping almost 0.2 of a second of Veronica Campbell's record that stood for 22 years, 11.13 seconds. Usually when you see people break 100-meter records, it's not by that margin. So for her to break a record that was held by VCB, who was a super athlete in her junior years, Alana Reid really did something special last night. 10.92. And let me just add, for the viewers, 10.92 seconds would have made every World Championship final since inception.
And that's something a lot of persons didn't realize what was done last night, because let's face the facts, a lot of great talented young sprinters would have graced the track at championships. May not have had the same conditions environmental wise that she had last night, but there were some immense talented athletes that would have gone through championships. Some names that come to mind, the Kevona Davis, Jura Levy, those persons, even Christina Williams from Edwin Allen. In her days, they came close to breaking that record, and a lot of persons were saying, will that record ever go? But tonight, just to see the manner in which she disposed of that record, and it was unchallenged. A lot of persons were saying, what if she was challenged? But for me, I was always saying, and I said it early on, that young lady sounded confident all season. She looked confident, and there's something that I saw in the semifinal when she crossed the line. She was not too surprised at what she saw on the clock. The clock stopped a little bit early, and another person were saying, wow, because we saw about 11.13 that came up as a flash time. Then it was quickly changed to about 11.17, I believe. But then she just quickly contained herself, got her stuff, and decided it's time to go around and to prepare for the finals. That tells you that she really realized now that tonight she had a good chance at breaking it. The conditions were perfect for sprinting, and just to see her coming out and doing it, we have to commend her, because she's mostly known by a lot of persons for her 200 meters running, and what she has done in terms of the international recognitions and accolades would have been in the 200 meters. But a lot of persons also need to remember that she has been around for a long time, and a lot of athletes will seize occasions and seize opportunities when they come, because she has always been in the shadows of a lot of other persons. Even her colleague that has decided to call her time on high school, Kerika Hill, she was second to her last year in the Class 2 finals. A lot of persons probably failed to remember that, because
that final
Kerika actually equaled
the record by Kevona Davis.
So yes, the signs were always on the wall, and she wrote it last night, and we must commend her, because she now can believe that anything is possible, even making the World Championships to Budapest if she so decide to contest that championship, the senior championships. But we must encourage her now to remain focused, because we have seen a lot of persons running fast, but we don't want them to run fast just one time, but to continue to move upward. But I have no doubt her handlers have done a fantastic job, and we're waiting to see what she'll do in the 200 meters. I went home last night saying I didn't expect her to do that well in the 100, and if she has done that well, I'm expecting her to do even better in the 200 meters.
Yes, and I'm looking for her to run 22 seconds. I'm not sure she challenged a record of 22.53 that was set by her teammate Briana Liston last year, but it's possible. I mean, if the conditions are perfect, just like last night, and she's so confident, who knows? Speaking of the 100 meters, we have to go to the 100 meter Class 1 final, which capped off the night with Buwaji and Kumi. What a special athlete that is. I mean, he came into this championships full of confidence. He's in the form of his life. He ran 10.08 seconds, taking off 0.04 seconds off the record of 10.12, which was held by Zarnel Hughes of Great Britain, set back in 2014. And even then, he was drawn beside DeAndre Daly of Herbert Morrison, who would have been his biggest competition because of the absence of Brian Level. And he really disposed of DeAndre Daly quite easily. He was looking for him throughout the entire race. And we know that something was special in the offing. An hour later, a lot of persons were really surprised with the ease in which he won, because when I interviewed him last night, I said, Buwaji, third time is the charm. You were third in your first year in Class 1. You came up against Sachin Dennis and Antonio Watson, and those are two quality athletes. Last year, you stumbled in the blocks, and you finished 6th, beaten by Level and DeAndre Daly. Also, he was beaten at the Carifta Games after getting a good start. DeAndre Daly won. So it shows the courage and the bravery. As I said, the brave may fall but never yield. So he didn't let that affect him, because Daly would have beaten him in a few races before, because he was so confident last night. And as I said, the only thing that would affect Abuwaji last night was the breeze. He wasn't really thinking about the competition. And when he came back and he ran 9.99 seconds, a lot of jaws dropped. We couldn't believe it. It was the first time, and I was glad I was here. First time I've seen a schoolboy running under 10 seconds. National junior record, also a world leading time at the senior level, because nobody had cracked 10 seconds. Brilliant run.
And that is something I'm glad you mentioned, because just to put it in context, I know that younger athletes might be in peak form now for championships, but to be running sub 10 and to be a world leader, it is something to be joyful about. It's something to talk about. But there's something now that I really was encouraged when I saw, because I was one of the persons who was saying I was becoming concerned about the starting for Nkrumah, because as recent as the Carifta Games trials, he didn't get it right. And I was saying to myself, this man is in the form of his life. If he gets it right from the start, there is nobody that will challenge him. He came out in the semi-finals, and that 10.08 run was a brilliant performance, and it was done with such ease that I was saying to myself, he now knows that what he needs to go out in a space of 2 hours to do is to remember what he did at the start, and that's exactly what he did. Yes, I know he was probably looking forward to a challenge, but let's spare a thought for DeAndre Daly. He is, I know, probably over the moon in terms of what he have achieved. A PB coming, but thinking of all that he had to endure earlier in the season, his fortunes could have changed then. But to be have given the chance, a blessing that he would have gotten from that scared then, and to come back and to run his way into form enough to get a silver medal, but not only get a silver medal, but to have done his fastest time ever, over 100 meters. We have to commend him for that. But it's still a talking for champs, that sub 10 running by a schoolboy, because again, a lot of talented schoolboys have passed through the walls of the stadium, have come here and have run by themselves with competition, but nobody managed to have done it. So last night the gods were just smiling down on these athletes in terms of giving them good conditions, but not only were they blessed with good conditions for sprinting, they have done a lot of work, have worked hard, and that's the reward for their work.
Yes, another excellent point there. On track, we have the 800 meters
qualifiers, and this is another interesting event, because we saw where this event for the Champs Chasing School, Edwin Allen, they didn't manage to do as well as they were supposed to do over the 1500 meters, and now they're looking to rebound. And we have seen Fowler, which is their top athlete, he made easy qualifying from the first 8, and now we're seeing one of the potential gold medal winner in Jovi Rose from Oman Technical, finishing up this race and winning in 2 minutes 24.35 seconds. That is easy running, because they know this is just the qualifying, and we're gonna see all the 800 meters coming up. And last night I was speaking to a coach from Arkansas, and he was saying he was impressed by the middle distance running that he's seeing in Jamaica now. let's also spare thought as we speak about middle distance for Jody and Mitchell.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
We know the standard bearer for Jamaica in the middle distance running is Natalia Gold. She has never been beaten at Boys and Girls Championship. Therefore, you can think about the caliber athlete that she was and still is. To have set a record that a lot of other athletes tried.
Stood for 13 years.
Tried to really challenge. And to see the manner in which Jody and Mitchell came out yesterday and to execute a race. And I am almost certain she never had a record on her mind, but what she had on her mind was to ensure that she did the right things when it mattered. We spoke about Kishiro, who we knew would have made an early move, but Jodian waited by their time, and then when she realized it was time to strike with about 50 meters to go, she took it and she ran her all the way to the line, and the record came. But this is not an easy feat for any middle distance athletes, because guess what? In Jamaica, a lot of athletes shy away from these events. It's not the glamour event, it's hard, the training is hard, but guess what? When athletes believe in their talents and work hard, this is the result, and I'm almost certain she's super happy. She's gonna come for the 800 meters this afternoon, but her championship is already super for her, and I'm almost certain she's now gonna come and give her all, because this is gonna be her last event for champs this year, the 800 meters. So we look forward. But again, the other medalists in Kishiro and all those other athletes, they're gonna want to come back and to prove themselves over 800 meters, because every athlete knows that to win a gold medal, that's the ideal thing to do a champs. And Kishiro, I believe, is trying to chase a gold medal, and we have seen her all season running 400 meters, 200 meters, even sprinting on relay teams. So I know she's now gonna say to herself, I must find a way how to get by Mitchell. Not only Mitchell, but there's Rikisha Sims from Edwin Allen, who a lot of person was expecting to do much better than she did. It didn't happen, but again, there's another chance for them to redeem themselves. Edwin Allen, as we say, is usually known for producing good middle distance runners, and I'm expecting them to just come and try to rebound, because again, every point matter, and that is where come tomorrow into Saturday, you want to be in the finals and want to be in a position where you can score. So we still have 800 meters going on the track. These are qualifiers, and even in the qualifiers, you've seen a lot of athletes are pushing hard. We saw just a foot race between an athlete from New Day and Very Technical just now, trying to get into a qualifying position, and it shows you, it underscores the significance of an athlete wanting to make a final, because guess what? You are guaranteed at least 1 point, and if you manage to score a point for your school, you probably become the prince or the princess come when Monday morning, because your school would have been reflected on the points charts, and you would have been the one that would have been responsible for scoring that point. So we have a lot to look forward to. As you said, the 400 meters comes up, it's gonna take us all the way to 9:30 tonight. But again, from what we saw last night, I think we're gonna have another epic finish this afternoon. And again, we ask that if you're not here to come, because a lot of people are saying there's nothing to look forward to. I think every night leading right back into Saturday night, there's gonna be something for you to look forward to at the end of the championship. So we can't overemphasize you being here and really coming to see, because a lot of athletes, persons last night were messaging me, asking me if I was there to see the 100-meter finals, and I was saying to myself, you could not be at any better place. You could absolutely not be at any better place, because guess what? It's good to see it on television, but the emotions and everything, the celebrations, those things that may not be captured on camera and on live TV, is something that brings out that emotion in you as a fan, and can just imagine what it does for the athletes. So we have been already treated to a lot of good performance, both on the track, in the field. There's another athlete that we didn't speak much about last night, and that's Janeek Williams. Yes. Throwing the discus all the way out to 57 meters.
82 meters, yes.
Persons would not recall that a lot of athletes in the past would have tried to get it beyond 53, and it wasn't for lack of talent, but this athlete, I believe, is one for the future. Jamaica is yearning for a world-class female thrower with the discus. We have already established one through Danielle Thomas Dodd at the shot. She's doing well. We have seen others like like Shade Lawrence. There were others in the past. A young lady from St. Diego that was
we
here.
had 3 of them at the Rio Olympics.
Yeah, the Fiona Barnes. We had even the young lady from Oma Technical that was at once the record holder here. But a lot of them, some of them have given up. Her name eludes me. A lot of them have given up on throwing. Shanice Love from Excelsior. Those were very outstanding throws. And to see that we still have athletes who can come to the championships and give up their best, because guess what? 2 athletes walked away last night with a lot to be happy about, because Abigail Martin of St. Diego, she for at least almost 24 hours had the record to her name, and she came out and she put it on a 53 through last night. It shows you that she is also in a good place in terms of where she's in her preparation and her conditioning. But I think Shedrika Williams is one for the future, and I'm just hoping that she continues and remains grounded and continues to work hard, because now she goes to the Caribbean Games, and then we have the World Youth Game coming up again. That's another chance for her to not only do it here locally, but to prove that she can match strides with those other international athletes.
Yes, excellent point. And I had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I'm not sure, I think it was the first day where I mentioned that Cedric Williams is one of the athletes I was expecting to do well, because she came in as an odd favorite last year and she disappointed in finishing 7th. And so she made amends this year, and it was redemption for her. But she got a scare and said Abigail Martin in flight 2 would have thrown 55.19 meters to take away the record that she established in flight 1. And so it was down to the final now where both of them were, it was a pulsating contest. And, Cedrico Williams came out on top. So it was very good, seeing that, as I said, it argues well for the throws. I wanted us to recap the relays that we saw earlier, because it was just pure drama in the relays. There were a lot of false starts, baton dropping, and a lot of the top teams, dropping points. And as I said, the championship is turned on its head, and definitely it seems as if it will go down to the wire now between the title chasing schools.
And again, when I came into the stadium just now, I heard a lot of spectators saying that the officials are to be blamed. And when we were speaking off here, we were hearing unofficially that some athletes had a challenge hearing from some of the starting blocks. It's rather unfortunate if that is true. It's rather unfortunate, because what it does now, for a lot of schools that would have been in that lane, it might have created a disadvantage for them. We saw schools being disqualified for false starting from that specific lane, and it doesn't argue well for the athletes coming out here preparing, and relay points are big points,
12 points,
and to know that a lot of the schools are depending on their relay teams come Saturday to be raking in big points to either close gaps or to pull away. So relay is exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking, because I saw even early on with the St. Joe, I believe it's a Class 2 team, they could not manage to get that last exchange right, and they were leading the race, and you could see the level of distraught, the anger, everything that was being displayed by the young ladies there, because they know it's bad to drop the button in the finals, but it's even worse to know that it's dropped in the heat when you're less pressured, you are the best team in the event, and you didn't get a chance to finish, you didn't get a chance to start. So, and then if you're the one that's responsible for the false start in the relay or dropping the button, you're gonna feel bad, because you'd have then let down 3 other members of your team. So we have to spare talk, but guess what? There are still some good teams that have made it through. So regardless of what we saw, who didn't make it to the finals, there are a lot of schools who are really happy that they managed to get teams into the finals, because they stand a chance now of banking big points.
Okay, all right. We have a visitor with us. just like to ask him a few questions about the championships. So to my right, I have Mr. Bob Cook, and definitely he's down here at the Boys and Girls Championships, and I'd just like to hear his views on the championship so far. I think you've been here from yesterday, Mr. Cook?
Yeah, bravo. I got here yesterday about 5 o'clock. I knew that the 4x100, or the 4 classes, the 100-meter dashes were going off, which is awesome. Like you mentioned a little bit earlier, you know, it's the middle of the week. The Prime Minister is here. The Minister of Culture and Sport is here. A lot of fans were here. You can hear the drums in the background. And it was my very first champs. And I got the chance to see the 2 fastest Jamaican 100 meters ever. So it was an awesome night, and I'm back for another night of good action.
Is there anything else that you would have been impressed with? I mean, outside of the 100 meters, I don't know if you saw anything else, distance races. I know you like distance races.
Yeah, a little bit of a distance guy, but I love the sprints as well. You know what I really liked about the hundreds was the technical aspect. I saw some great starts. You can tell that a lot of these athletes have been trained correctly. A lot of the athletes, especially the boys, they want to be the last ones in the blocks. You know, that's real good tactics, especially if there's a little bit of nervousness on the line. You spend that smallest amount of time in the blocks. So I really like that aspect of it. It's great starts once again. And my goodness, take a look at the long jump that we saw last night. The boys' long jump was outstanding.
Yes.
And the girls' discus.
Yes.
57.82. Yeah, I mean, that's like number 2 or number 3 in the NCAA right now. And that long jump would have been at indoor nationals in the NCAA and in the top 15 or so.
Okay. So very impressive.
I mean, the quality of the athletes here are just amazing to me, and it's a lot of fun to see them get a chance to compete in such a raucous crowd.
Yeah, you know? I was about to ask you that because I know you would have covered a lot of track meets at the high school level in Florida. Tell us what you think about the crowd, you know, coming out at the high school track meet. I'm not sure if you see this.
Well, you know, there's nothing like a Jamaican track meet, and I've never really been to champs, but I know that when the Jamaicans get ready, it's a celebration during this week when champs is going on. People fly in from all over the world just to attend the meet, and I can see why. The fan participation is awesome. They're knowledgeable, they're ecstatic, they love their teams, you know, all that camaraderie. If you went to KC or JC or any of the schools back in the day, and you come back and you see it, you still carry that pride with you.
Yes, and as you said, it's your first championship. But what we were speaking about earlier was the format, because usually, as my co-host Mr. Hudson said, that usually on the last 2 days, Friday and Saturday, we would have had the ball of the finals going on, and you and I would have been at World Championships before, and the format is like a World Championship where you have the 100 meters on the second day, and you just have finals after finals after that to make it interesting. What are your thoughts on the schedule?
I like the format. Obviously, I haven't been to one before, so I don't really know what the participation was like during the middle of the week. But when you have the Prime Minister coming out for the 100-meter finals on a Wednesday night, it's a pretty big night to be here. And it was awesome last night, especially when we start seeing the records go down. There's nothing else really like it in the world, and now I can say I've experienced it, so I can, you know, pass it on and maybe portray why a lot of people need to come to Jamaica during this week and take in some of this action.
Definitely, and nothing is better than personal referrals. You know, you can go back and you tell your friends or your colleagues about the championships, and definitely they could come down. I mean, the weather is great. We have the best weather all around.
That's really nice.
Yeah. You know, to come down and enjoy the meet, because it's really a great brand. I mean, it's 112 staging, so you know it's a quality meet. You know, with a 100-year legacy. So definitely the best high school championship in the world, and I'm glad that you're really enjoying yourself, Mr. Cook. As we see on track now, another 800-meter final. Young lady leading by 10 meters, being tracked So it's from Sydney Pagan and Lacovia is in second. So definitely the bell lap. Cross, 106 at the bell lap. So this is where the race is on in earnest. Do you think they're going to catch her, Mr. Cook?
No, they're not going to catch her. Now when you take it on 65, she's gapped the field. That's they're going to have to really run quite a second lap unless she dies. But I don't think they're going to catch her, Bravo. They're not going to catch her.
As we say in 800 meters, run negative splits in order to catch her, run a faster last lap. And she's actually pulling away. The lead now is about 40 meters. So definitely there's no way back unless she drops in a hole, which I'm not seeing on the track. So Hodges is still leading in this event.
Very well in her comfort zone.
Goodness. My co-host, what do you think about this impressive
As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, this is one school I think nobody or probably would ever imagine to have an athlete in the middle distance, much more to be winning a heat, and that's Sydney Pagan High School. I'm not even sure where this school is from.
I think it's somewhere in Trelawney.
You could be right, as well as I think it's probably in Clarendon. I'm not sure if it's the same Sydney Pagan that was formerly really affiliated with agriculture and stuff. But she destroyed this field, and it shows you that even with just one athlete being here and you having that mantle to represent your school, I think you have to do it and do it well, even if it's just the heats, because she might not be the favorite to win the gold medal, neither the silver or the bronze, but she has done a fantastic job in qualifying, and it really goes to show that athletes can thrive anywhere they are. All it takes is good coaching and good work ethics and consistency in terms of what you do. And so far, we are really happy to see Sydney Pagan, a lot of other schools. I know if you've been looking through the schedule and see some schools that the person are asking, which school is Margaret, which school is this school, where they gotten so many athletes. But it shows you that track and field in Jamaica is something now that a lot of youngsters are seeing on their television screen and realizing that little Jamaican can produce world beaters, and world beaters can come from anywhere. Let's take Usain Bolt for example. I mean, he's the greatest to have done it, but he came from Trelawney. Veronica Campbell-Brown from Trelawney, Shelly-Ann Fraser from Waterhouse. Those places, a lot of persons would not imagine that's where world beaters would come from.
Elaine from Banana Ground.
Elaine from Banana Ground. So it's really encouraging to see these athletes coming out. We may never know where in the future they lie, but again, the future is in the waiting. We don't know where it is in terms of who will, because usually the common thing that we see is a lot of champ stars never usually materialize into becoming world stars. So it shows you that champs might be for a moment, and for some it might be a stepping stone, for some it might be their final hooray. But whatever you do here, it's also for you to understand that disappointments may come. I heard Sharika Jackson saying you may not win here. She might be one of few that were outstanding at champs and made it on the international scene. But she's saying their message was to the youngsters, when you come to championship, don't think about just winning, because you may not win, but think about giving your best, performing with distinction, performing with pride for your school, because again, you are sent here not only on your own accord, but you are sent here to also represent your school.
Yes, definitely. As we see the javelin going on, a good throw there by the young man from Kingston College. Just like to give you some point standings because of quite a number of finals.
Yeah, and I mean, just to keep the fans on their toes, because a lot of persons, even on the broadcast, are looking forward to see where their teams are. One event is done, they want to know what's the updated point scores. And of course, because everybody is their own pundit, everybody's their own predictor. Some persons already are saying, boy, their predictions have been thrown through the window based on the gap, based on what's happening. But again, there's no wrong with wanting your team to win. But I always say the races still have to be run. The jumps still has to be done. The throws will still have to be executed. And it's what you do on the track that guarantees your points. It's not what you put on the paper. So far we are really excited. We're going to get the points standing as it comes. and the updated point, just to give the viewers, listeners, and everybody an update as to where the championship is as the third day winds down. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to throw to some advertisements and some other features that we have running. Again, we encourage you, if you want to be featured on the live broadcast, you can send us your videos, tell us where you're from, send your shout outs wherever you are. We are pleased to share them because there's still a lot to go in champs, and I mean everybody is a fan regardless of the magnitude that it is. So we're really happy for your comments. We appreciate them. We also want to remind you that there is the restriction in terms of the exclusivity of our broadcast, and it is with Television Jamaica. We are trying our very best to stay within the limits of what we have been permitted, because we know what can happen if we go against what we're told. So a lot of persons are asking us to show the races. We are not able to show the races. It is being shown on different platforms. You can find them, but what we can bring to you is the energy that's from the fans in the stadium. So we're going to throw to a break, and then you join us back somewhere else in the stadium as we catch up with some other fans. Yo, wait, you have to give back to you.
What are these guys going to run? 52, 153?
So the Class 3 boys 800 meter race is on track just now.
He's in third, so the man from Fogle Road Ricketts leads.
So the young man from Fogle Road, he takes them out, running a very strong opening leg. Seems as if he's going to be caught now coming into the home straight. As the athletes slow it down. 800 meters usually a strategic event.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at least that time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it be just right, the taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun, pure, wholesome goodness. Purity Easter buns, they're so fine and so divine, yeah.
Champs 2023 is burning hot, and if you weren't at the National Stadium on Wednesday night, you would have missed history. You'd have missed some amazing sprinting by Jamaica junior athletes. Boaji Nkrumah, first schoolboy to dip under 10 seconds, 9.99 his time, breaking the champs record of 10.12 held by Zarnell Hughes, also represented Kingston College. Alana Reid, first schoolgirl to dip under 11 seconds, 10.92, breaking Veronica Campbell-Brown's champs record of 11.13, and Tina Clayton's national junior record of 10.95. Impressive performances. Immaculate 1-2 in the girls class 4x100, and we saw Tara Long, who struggled with injuries in 2023, defending her class 3 title, winning in 11.49, personal best for Tara Long. Now let's take it into the streets, just entering the stadium, and ask fans what do they think about the performances last night in the 100-meter finals.
Fortis me say no straight, never switch, all the way. So me say so, fear the purple. Hear them people hear the rat them.
See, behavior wasn't that appropriate with the athlete who attacked the collar bar. They need to ban him. That was more to say about last night. The KC would forget banned. And behavior was inappropriate at this level. So they can't groom the youngsters them for deal with them thing that way. So it was very inappropriate.
On the times you will have seen girls' time, male time, what do you think?
Yeah man, them record breaking times, yeah. Very impressive. But the KC would forget bad.
Well, very impressed. If you have 2 national junior record running at champs, first schoolboy below 10 second and schoolgirl below 11 second. I mean, that is phenomenal. New boundaries.
What do you think this means for Jamaica?
Well, it just means that the pipeline continues, and in a sense, even some of the persons who would be looking to be on national teams now, really are under pressure as the youngsters are coming in and challenging. So, really impressed, and I think we just need to do it. The only concern is to make sure that it's not only 100 meters, but that we also have massive representation in the 200s as well, because we tend to be a little short here.
Excellent run. Shows that the track and field is still in good standing, and it's good to see this young man perform at that level, and we expect more from him. And it's just good to see.
And it didn't happen among the men last night. We had also seen an impressive
female. I mean, awesome as well. And it shows that the tradition of the female as well continues. And I saw Shelly earlier after the Reid finished the 200 earlier this morning in the heats. Put her arm around her, and I said that that only can make it even better. It's good to see.
It was absolutely phenomenal. One of a kind, unbelievable.
Very good race, very good. Proud of the boys and girls. Jamaica have a big future.
What excited you most? We saw 10.92 and we saw 9.99.
Hold on.
10.92 for the girl and 9.99 for the boy. First schoolboy and schoolgirl actually, running under 11 seconds and under 10 seconds.
Hold on.
Only Jamaica, that's why Jamaica blessed. Can only be, to see that at their age, being able to do that, and they don't even start to peak yet.
And
Can you imagine what they'll do later on?
Later
Oh
on.
my goodness.
And later on in the season.
Oh my goodness. Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
Jamaica to the world.
Well, it's amazing. The young people them have amazing talents, and it's just that we, the bigger heads, we need to invest more in our youth because they have much talent. Look at this, the record last night. It's amazing, and a lot more children can do it. So big up, and big up to all those who participated in it, and it's amazing.
Thank you. How does that make you feel?
I mean, very proud. First schoolboy to run on a 10 flat. I'm coming from the college, the great college.
What does this mean for Jamaica's track and field having a schoolboy running 9.9?
It shows that we are on the right path, right? And we are, the future is very bright.
The girls also...
And the girls are, of course, they are in the lead.
10.92 by Alana Reid, first
Wow,
year class.
wow. And she have more years, right? So expect better things next year.
The 10.92 for the girl. Alana was very good, and her mom, you know, we went to school together, me and her mom. But it was really good. But she have been doing good continuously though, so this was expected of her. And what a guy named Nakrumi? Nkrumah, he was very good. That 9.99 was really good. And because him look over Palm forward side, if him never look over grandstand, I think he would make a better time. But you know, so them have to always look for Casey. So it was really nice. I'm very proud of them though. So I hope they continue. Huh?
How are you enjoying it so far?
You know, see me I rush for go catch it because I never realized at 2:30 gone. So me I enjoy it a lot. It's really good. I like how them change it up. But I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed that them not come see. Saturday them not going to come see the finals. You know, for the 100 meter, but it's really good. Brilliant.
The girls were excellent.
It was beautiful.
But she didn't get her due. She didn't get her big ups like how the guy got his. Okay? By her number. Her number. What did she do? 10.9 too?
10.9.
She never got posed by it. She never got posed by it.
I know they tried to get it, but it didn't.
No, they never try hard enough.
They're not trying enough. You know, but champs as usual. Big up.
Thank you. Last night, we saw a sub 10, first time at champs in the boys 100 meter final. Give us your thoughts on the finals that you have seen last night.
Well, to be honest with you, you know, I was expecting a sub 10. You understand? We predicted that sub 10 a year ago almost. You understand? The form that he was in, based on the rounds coming up to leading up to the finals, especially the semi-finals. It was so easy, it was effortless the way he ran that semi-final with a 10.06, well 10.08 as they rounded off officially. So we knew it was coming. But I expect it. And to be honest with you, it could have been even lower had he just run through the tape on that. You know, look, because he looked twice over his shoulder, and if he had done just run through the tape, would have been. So we know him have more leaving him enough. So look out for him coming forward the rest of the year.
I must ask you about this one too. Sub 11 girls 100.
Yes, listen to me, man. Alana is so impressive. When you think about that, you know, there are a lot of pros that's not running 10 sub 11 right now. No. Alana Reid is still in high school, so that kind of put things into perspective. Sky's the limit for them, you man. Yeah, Jamaica looking good in the future. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Nkrumah, the best. We can't wait. We can't wait. We are going to done them today. Saturday, Casey, I win everything.
Nkrumah is amazing. He's Casey's captain, and he exemplifies the spirit of Casey.
Class.
Kingston College. The great forever.
Fastest for life.
For life.
It's historical, man, historical. But from the last major meet he had, you see him, he stayed in shape, he stayed in form. So I expected it though. And you know why I deserve it? You'd never meet a more humble kid than that. Him know him great, but him don't act like that. Very humble, train hard, him work hard. So he's very deserving of that record.
I've been coming to champ for about 20 or more years, or more, 30 odd years. And yesterday was one of the best evening ever. It's a pity them have it on Wednesday, and I understand why, because of the economic situation. They want to push, they want more sales, they up on Wednesday. But a lot of people still looking for Friday, 7 o'clock for 100 meters. So a lot of people miss out. Give thanks, I did miss.
And you said sub 11, sub 10.
Sub 11, sub 10. The third per meal to be sub 10. And the fifth female, sub 11. Little Jamaica, little about Talawa.
So last night was a historic night, you know, and the whole, it kind of justifies the change in the format with the finals on a Wednesday, because on a Wednesday night, this was the most lively, the most vibes that we've ever seen. To be there when you have 2 national records broken was just something that, you know, we're going to take with us for the rest of our lives. So I just want to congratulate the coaches, the organizers, the fans for continuing to make track and field boys and girls championships in Jamaica the biggest event in the world that all of us ordinary people can afford.
Elmo, last night we saw sub 11, sub 10. Overall, give us your thoughts on the 100.
All right, the 100 is I think the greatest we have ever seen. Apart from those 2 times, the quality was such that, I mean, you find out in the class 2 girls, everybody's under 12 seconds. It was really a serious thing. But Alana Reid for me was the excitement because we didn't expect it. We expected like 11-0, but 10-9, that is serious big woman thing. And we wonder what would have happened if Serena was there. Most of us going to say, boy, she could make it, you know, but hey, who knows? Boaji, we kind of expected it. He has a national record. We knew he was going to break it. But nevertheless, only 3 juniors have run sub 10. Boaji is one of them. Only 5 juniors have run sub 11. Alana is one of them. And she's a junior next year.
And of course, we saw Terry Lang in the class 3. And immaculate standing firm in class 4.
Yeah, one of the great things about this thing, you see, okay, Terry Lang ran 11:40 something, and coming from injury, that's great. Who knows what would have happened if she had a full season? But can you believe from holy childhood Abigail Wolf running 11:50 something? I mean, the immaculate girls coming 1-2 in the class 4, 100 meters. So the urban girls really stepping up, making the central girls know that they're not going to have things their own way.
And finally, Elmo, I must ask you, how much of a Serena Cole outer champs will it affect Edwin Allen or will it not?
It can seriously affect Edwin if Heidel does not drop points, because Corey Bennett's team always overperforms. And Serena, we're talking about the long jump goal, we're talking about 7 to 9 points in the 100, we're talking about a lower position in the sprint relay. I mean, it's a massive blow that Edwin cannot afford to get another blow like that.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Oh, oh, oh. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah. Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Oh, oh, oh. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Third time the charm. Third the first year, 6 last year, winning this year. Tell us about
journey has been rough, to be honest, but if only some athletes in the high school era had the mindset I have, they'll be so fantastic. But as I said, I'm happy to achieve this time, and it only get better from here.
how you felt throughout the rounds because you look superb.
Felt good with throughout the rounds, but I wasn't pleased with the execution in the finals again. That's what was beating me last year, but definitely, promise you, I'll be getting it. I'll get it together at the right time.
How do you feel as the first schoolboy to run sub 10 seconds?
Definitely.
On Jamaican side.
It feels very good knowing. Well, I can tell you it's not easy to do, but it's a wonderful feeling, to be honest. I cannot explain the feeling right now, but it only gets better from here.
Earlier you said something, you're working on progression. What is next for you?
Well, let's see. The season is long. The way my coach planned the season, the way my coach planned out for this season, you will definitely see me run faster down the line.
What you said at the trials that sub 10, anything is possible. How does the reality compare to how you envision it? Is it exactly how you envision it doing?
Well, definitely. I'm really happy that I did it to let the people who was saying altitude, his peak, to not be that type of guy and motivate and be positive about your own fellow one, own Jamaican. But that's just life. Let's see and let's hope better for the young future for Jamaica.
Another question. Throwing back to a year ago when we spoke in Cali, Colombia, we finished second there in Leslie Tobago. We spoke in the mix zone about gradual progression. 1 year later, you are now the Jamaican junior champion, the national record holder, and the first school boy to dip under 10 seconds. What do you think?
I mean, if anyone did this, they will be extraordinary happy right now. So words cannot explain, really. When people say words cannot explain, they're just saying it for an answer, for giving, for answer per se. But I'm telling you, word cannot explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm delayed.
My expectation is that Casey will win. And I'm expecting the 100 meter to be a cracker. That with Gordon running 10:22, it's going to be a cracker. But as usual, 40 rain. That's why I'm here.
On the girls' side, what are you looking for?
Well, Heidel have been knocking on the door, and I believe if Edwin slip up, Heidel going to come through that door. So I think Heidel is going to be pretty close for the girls. Heidel and Edwin to the wire.
I expect a very close championship, going right, maybe about the 5,000 meter going separate us. When Casey going to score that Quinella the 5,000, going into the 4x4, we should head there about 10 points in front. And there on is victory, sweet victory, very close victory. As to the matchups now, this big matchup, Bygrave, JC, have this favorite here in Bygrave. We coming to spoil that party with Ethan Gioka. We come to spoil him in the 1500. He won't score that double. He will take the 800, but in the 1500 we are coming to upset him. As for the girls' champs side right now, very close race. And I think maybe not this year, somewhere near future, Corey Bennett. You have a very good chance of being the first coach in Jamaica to win boys and girls champs.
A lot of work, though. A lot of work for one coach to put team to take two teams to victory.
Well, we start to feel his work already in Calabar. Calabar was nowhere near last year. 170 points, nearly 200 points, nearly 200 points from the winner. Now they drop down into it. Very close. If they lose now, it will be less than 100.
What do you think about the 100? I think it started when last year, coming up to all the way at Wednesday.
Well, little of a flavor drop out of it. Now that we're at that level, it won't be there. So little of a flavor in the 100 meter finals won't be there. But there's still quality in that event. And we expect that record to go this year.
Well, my expectation for this year's championships is, first of all, the spectators being able to come back into the stands fully to support the teams. And my team, of course, is not definitely, of course, but it's Calabar. My father attended Calabar. My older brother attended Calabar. So I'm looking forward to the rivalry, the friendly rivalry between Calabar and KC. And I'm for any team that wins, because it's always the better team on that day that wins.
Any particular race or field event that you would want to see? You're hoping or you're anticipating?
My favorite field events are always the shorter ones. I like the 100, the 200, and of course the 4x1. Yes.
First of all, I'm expecting some high quality performances from all the athletes, and I think in terms of the champions, I think on the girls' side, it will be a very close one between Edwin Allen and Heidel. And I think based on what I'm seeing and what the build up to champs, I think Heidel is going to come out the victor in the girls section, and for the boys section, I think Casey will win. Not as comfortable as some might think, but we should come out beyond the double figures as champions.
Any particular matchups, any particular athlete you want to see?
I think if the atmosphere is right and everybody is fit and is push, Boaji of Kingston College should go 10 or sub 10 this year. If the circumstances are right, it should be able to do that.
What do you think a sub 10 and champ would mean for a youngster like
Well, let's look at it holistically. I think for our national program, it would take us to another level. You're talking about a schoolboy going sub 10. It means that whatever was happening before, nobody can ever claim as a fluke. And it means that our high school track and field program is in the right place. Because it would be producing, and still is, despite it's producing world-class athletes at the junior level who have gone on to the senior level to the exceptionally well. So if he should go 10 or sub 10 on tomorrow night, then it would argue well for our track and field and the region's track and field, and it would bring the ISSA Boys and Girls Championship to another level. Champs as we know it might not be the same, because all of a sudden the world again will be looking not our senior athletes but more at our junior athletes. So it argues well, and I hope that out of this the schools will begin to now benefit more from the intake that is coming out of champs, that there is a spread, a share of the profits to the schools that are participating, and by extension, of course, the athletes.
Expectations for the boys, I expect KC to win. It's going to be competitive. If they slip up, I think JC has a good chance of winning also. But in terms of looking at a rounded team, I think KC has the more rounded team, and so I expect them to win. And they're champions, they know to execute, so basically I expect them to win. In terms of the girls, it's going to be a ding-dong battle between Idel and Edwin. But I think Edwin has the more rounded team. I expect them to win. But if they slip up, like I said before, Idel has a good chance of winning.
Any particular person you're looking forward to see? Any particular clashes you think going?
For the boys, I'm definitely looking for the 100-meter final, the class 100-meter final between Nkrumah and the guy from Edwin Allen. That's definitely gonna be a good one. In terms of the girls, definitely the clash between Serena Cole and the girl from Idel, that will definitely be a good. Alana Reid, that will be a good one also. So I'm looking forward to those two.
Welcome back to the Fan Zone Experience coverage of the ISSA Boys and Girls Championships here on Chocolate TV. We're still inside Kingston's National Stadium, and there is a lot of action still on track and in the field. We're currently watching the closing of the boys javelin throw that's in the decathlon. We're also looking at the 800-meter qualifiers for Class 2 boys, and it's a pretty decent sized crowd that's in the stadium tonight. Not as massive as it was last night, and we know why. We had a 100-meter finals last night, so a lot of persons would have come out to watch those events. But nevertheless, it's still a lot of excitement and buzz, and the supporters are here, the fans are here, athletes are performing pretty well. We are seeing some very competitive qualifying 800-meter events. Everybody wants to make it into the other round, so they're coming out and giving off their best. But we still have some events to come later on which should provide some exciting moments, specifically with the 400 meters for all classes. That should bring to a close our coverage for the third day. We still have 2 more days to go, so if you are not yet a part of the experience, you're not here, not at home, not viewing, you still got time to join us wherever you're watching from. Let us know what is it that you're looking forward to, what you are experiencing thus far, and we will continue to emphasize to our viewers that we are not able to bring to you any live action on the field or that's on the track or in the field, because we are not the exclusive broadcast holders for championship, but we're trying to bring to you as much of the coverage as we can, results as they come, and the build up to events, and also feedback from the fans as they come along and they speak to us. But just to bring you up to speed with what the 400 meter finals should look like tonight, and we're gonna start with the class 3 girls, and we have 8 athletes listed to participate, and we have in lane 1 Brittania Bailey of Omar Technical. She's going to be running from lane 1. From lane 2, that's Madison Campbell from Ferncourt High School, former school of Abigail Campbell, who now is at Idle. She has been a trailblazer for Ferncourt over 400 meters. So let's see what Campbell can do for that institution. We have Shania Douglas from Mushet High School, another one of the schools which we said that a lot of persons aren't sure about their legacy, but they're here and they're performing and they're doing well, and they have an athlete in the 400 meters finals for class 3 girls. We have Briana Williams from North Hall, another excited athlete that we're looking forward to see perform as well. Her coach, her team, we spoke to them yesterday and they have high hopes for her medaling, and she herself said that she's expecting or wanting to win that gold medal. So we look forward to see Briana Williams from North Hall. There's Brianna Brown of Excelsior, another top contender in that event. Nastasia Fletcher runs out of lane 6. She's from Idle High School. And in lane 7 and lane 8, there's 2 athletes from the Wilmers girls. That's Casey and Sewell and Sonia K. Maya Sterling, which rounds out the 8 athletes who will take to the field at about 8:52 p.m. tonight. For the boys class 3 400 meter that comes up right after the girls class 3, we have running out of lane 1 Marco Callahan of Jamaica College, Gregory McFarling in lane 2, he's from Excelsior High School, Jordan Rayadol from Kingston College, he's gonna be running out of lane 3. In lane 4 we have Ishan Porter from Kingston College as well. In lane 5 it will be Christopher Ellis of Calabar. We have another athlete from Ferncourt, this time in Javari McCoy, running out of lane 6. And in lane 7 will be Akeem Onigan from Magati High School, so also Magati again with another athlete in the finals. And from St. Mary High School, running out of lane 8, that's Rashid Grant. 2 athletes from Kingston College, 1 from Calabar, 1 from Jamaica College. For those who are looking at where the points may fall, that's where the big 3 in terms of the athletes that they have. Moving right over to the class 2 girls finals that comes up about 8 minutes after 9 based on the schedule. We see running out of lane 1 Camille White of Omar Technical. In lane 2 it will be Siobhan Thomas of Veer Technical. Sabrina Dockery, another person, know that name and expecting that young lady to do well. She's from Lacovia High School. She runs out of lane 3. She would have won that event last year. Let's see if she's able to repeat that feat. In lane 4 it will be Rosalie Gallimore of Omar Technical, and she is also one of the top contenders for gold, and she is drawn behind one Jodian Daly of Idle, who will be the odds-on favorite based on her time coming into the finals to win that gold medal. But let us watch also from lane 6 Kitania Edley, who also we spoke about earlier, who is showing us that she is here at championships and she's ready to deliver. In lane 8 will be Alia Mullins of Idle, and from lane 8 Kellyanne Carr of Edwin Allen. So that's 2 for Idle, 1 for Edwin Allen, and 2 for Omar Technical. We also await to see where the points will go in that event. Moving over to the class 2 boys 400 meter finals, we have another 8 athletes scheduled to perform. In lane 1 it's Kenrick Sharp of St. Mary Technical High School. In lane 2 Daniel Francis of Alphonsus Davis High School. Nicole Bromwell of Calabar runs out of lane 3. Taj Marcus White runs out of lane 4. He's from Kingston College. He's also amongst the favorite to win gold. Omari Robbins of Jamaica College is in lane 5. He's also expected to feature big in that final. Ian Baker of St. Catherine High School runs out of lane 5, lane 6 rather, and Kishan Hoffman of Exeter in lane 7, and out in lane 8 from Magati High School we have Zachary Wallace. That's going to be a strong competitive field. Let's see how these young men fare out. Will they be able to challenge the record of 46.33 set back in 2016 by one Christopher Taylor? That's going to be a huge ask, but it should be a very close and intriguing finals. For the Class 1 girls event, which comes up at 9:22 p.m. a lot of persons are looking forward to that event because we said early on it should feature 2 of the popular athletes from championship. They have been competing all the way back from Class 3, and that is Ricky and Russell, which will be up against Onika Makanov of IDEL. But let's just give you the lineup for that final. We have in Heat 1, in lane 1 rather, Janeek Williams, that's his sister, Shanq Williams rather, the sister of Stacey-Ann Williams, national 400 meter representative, formerly of States as well. Her sister is also from St. Elizabeth Technical, and she runs out of lane 1. In lane 2 it will be Annalise Brady of Omo Technical, and she is the first of 2 Omo Technical athletes that are in the final. In lane 3 is Rickiana Russell, who qualified to the finals with 53.78 seconds. In lane 4 is Onika Makanov of IDEL, the fastest qualifier into the finals, 52.27. In lane 5 is one that we need to watch closely. A lot of persons are saying she could spoil that party, and that is Casey-Ann Powell, who runs out of lane 5. She qualified with a time of 53.63. And in lane 6 is her teammate Tony-Ann Beckford, who's more so known over the 400 meter hurdles, but she'll be running here in the 400 meter finals. A lot of these 400 meter runners, they do both events, 400 meters and 400 meter hurdles, the same for Brady and for Makanov. They'll also be coming for the 400 meters final when that comes up a little later in the championships. But Tony-Ann Beckford runs out of lane 7. In lane 8 will be Jamara Pattis of St. Catherine, and in lane 8 will be Alia Baker of IDEL. So it's 2 athletes from IDEL, 2 from Auburn Technical, and 2 from Edwin Allen, with 1 each from St. Catherine and St. Elizabeth Technical respectively. The last event for the schedule tonight on track is going to be the Class 1 boys 400 meter that comes up at about 9:30, and that will feature another strong lineup with some very interesting names, and other persons are looking forward to this event. But let's quickly run through what the final looks like on paper. In lane 1 is Enrique Webster of St. Elizabeth Technical. He runs out of lane 1, qualified into the final with 47.73 seconds. In lane 2 it will be Shavona Reed of St. Andrew Technical, came into the finals with a time of 48.49. In lane 3, Malik Smith Band of Jamaica College, he'll be coming in with 46.66 seconds. In lane 4 is Amal Glasgow of Kingston College. We mentioned earlier that he will be one to watch for that final. He comes in with a time of 46.90. In lane 5 is a name that a lot of people are excited to hear and to know about, is Emmanuel Rotamaya. He's from Kingston College, and all the way from the continent of Africa. He comes here and he participates for Kingston College. He qualified into the final with 47.21 seconds. In lane 6 will be one of the favorites, if not the favorites of many, and that's Delana Kennedy out of Edwin Allen. He qualified into the finals with 46.69. He should be coming out with a lot of confidence, hoping to strike gold for his team and to ensure that Edwin Allen have a moment to celebrate at these championships, as he being the only athlete from Edwin Allen to really feature in the 400 meters this year. So he's gonna be going all the way and try to win it for his team. In lane 7 is expected or should be Mark Anthony Miller. We're not sure if that young man will participate tonight, because we saw what happened early on in the 4x1 relays where he went down injured on the third leg of that relay. So we're not sure if he'll be fit and ready to compete when that event comes up, but we hope, if not at all, that he recovers in time to at least finish the championships. And closing out that field is one Joshana Dennis, who comes from St. Elizabeth Technical. So he's a second of 2 St. Elizabeth technical athletes, and he qualified into the finals with 47.36. So all in all, it should be some interesting races coming up to close the championships, but we are looking on as we speak for as the discus finals for class 1 boys. They're actually warming up, getting ready for their finals, and that should be a very interesting one, because if you can recall that Jamaica has produced a lot of world junior and senior throws who have managed to secure medals at international events to represent themselves well, and we have a final that is befitting of one that should produce some big throws. I am not sure if the records will be challenged tonight, but again, based on what we saw yesterday with the females, especially coming in the top class 1 for girls, from what our winner from Open Technical did, we're anticipating some good throwing. The conditions, they feel similar to what we had in the stadium last night. There's not much wind, and again, that might be advantage for a lot of athletes on the field, as well as some that's there in the throwing events. So just to give you an idea of some of the names that we should look forward to, the odds-on favorite, I think, by many persons is one Kobe Lawrence from Calabar. Calabar is known for their strong throwing program, so I'm expecting him to carry on that tradition for Calabar. There's also one Zachary Campbell from Jamaica College. He's there as well. Ricardo Ailes of Clarendon College is a very strong thrower that is also there. He should make for an interesting competition. Delano Lawrence of Calabar, the second Calabar thrower, is also there, and he should also feature strong in that final. So we still have a lot to look forward to. We say to you that the way the schedule is set up, it provides for a lot of interesting finals on the close of each day, and that therefore you'll find that a lot of events that are crucial towards winning champs and scoring big points, they come up early in the championship. So no longer you're in suspense waiting until Saturday to see where the points are, and you can then make your calculations. You can choose the days that you wish to come and the events that you want to see, because the finals are spread amongst the different days. But we're looking as excitement picks up on the track. We're seeing a tight battle between the man from Kingston College and Calabar and St. Jago, and that is one Ruto from Kingston College, Nashahan Ruto, who hangs on to win the first heat of the class 1 boys 800 meters qualifier. He was chased right to the line, but he managed to hold on in 1 minute 59.42 seconds. He also, for the person who wonders where is he from, he's not from Jamaica, and a lot of people by now would realize that, but he is from the continent of Africa, but he represents Kingston College, again a part of their strong 800 meter programs, middle distance programs. So we're expecting big points from those athletes, because they have been doing well all season. So that's the first heat of the class 2 boys. I think I said class 1, but pardon me, that's class 2 boys 800 meter qualifiers, and we expect also coming a little later down to see some other strong names in that event. We expect to do well. Bowen from Magati again is another good athlete that we should look forward to. But for those who are wondering who is it that will be the lead contender, your guess is as good as mine, but keep your eye out for Ruta, as we said before, and he should be basking in confidence to win this race and score big points for Calabar. So we have 6 heats to come, 1 down, so there are 5 more to come in the class 2 boys 800 meters. The second one is on track, and it's a full lineup, and that's one of the encouraging things to see. All 8 lanes have been occupied, the athletes have reported, and from this 8 we're expecting, as I said before, Bowen to lead the race, if not to win easily, but let's see what the others can do. We have Javon Henry from Belfield, the school of one Kemoy Campbell, who in his time really ruled the long and middle distances and did well for his team. So let's see what young Henry can do. We have an athlete from Apple Grove, we have Samaki Soden, Sean Walter from Auburn Technical, Danielle Francis from Alphonsus Davis, with Egg from St. George's College, and from New Forest High School, that's a pretty new school to championship, one Jorandi Kenyon, and from the Bel Air School, Lorek Givens. So they're going to send them off, and already we're seeing them streaming out and stringing out easily, because these young men, they understand that you have to run hard, and the best tactician sometimes is the one that wins the race, and it makes no sense at times holding back. So already Bowen from Magati has stepped out and he's dictating the pace, and he's hoping that he'll be able to hold it on, but he's been chased by the athlete from Auburn Technical, but he's holding his own. One more lap to go, 56 seconds, 56.7 seconds, that's what the first lap we saw just now, and he's still holding his firm, leading, coming into the backstretch, and he's been watched closely by the athlete from Auburn Technical, who is now looking to overtake him. But again, I say to you, these athletes understand what it takes, what time it requires, what position it requires for you to qualify into the next event. So already we see the athlete from Auburn Technical has taken over the race, and he's pushing the pace and trying to pull away as he come into the home stretch. Bowen is in second, but Walters from Auburn Technical, and now Bowen has been challenged by Francis of Alphonsus Davis. That school is doing well, so it's gonna be Auburn Technical's Walter that will win it, but he's been followed closely behind by the athlete from Alphonsus Davis, 159.26 seconds for Walter of Auburn Technical, with Bowen finishing third, being separated from shipping by Daniel Francis of Alphonsus David. So already we're seeing some very competitive race, and we're seeing athletes who are not afraid to push the pace and to run to qualify into the next round, which should be the finals, comes up tomorrow. So already we're expecting that it's gonna be a very strong finals, because these athletes, they know what it requires of them. The record is a very big record, if you ask me, by one Kiara Grant set back in 2017, 151.26 seconds. But we know with the kind of athletes we have performing this year, it is quite possible that that record be challenged, and therefore we're looking forward to see what they do when the final comes around. Now we're going to be moving to E3 of 6, and this one features one Rashid Price of Jamaica College. He should be one of the ones to watch, and also in that lineup is Abina Reed of Cardigan College, Jaqueen Miller of St. Elizabeth Technical, Leon Bisa of Edwin Allen is also there, along with Simeon Bailey of Charlemont High School, school of former world record holder Asafa Powell, and we're looking forward to see what these schools can do. A lot of the events in the middle to long range, they are featuring schools that we will not normally see in the sprints, but these athletes know that if at all it's not possible for them to feature in the sprints, they're coming here to do their best in the distances that they are trained, and trying to create a niche for themselves. So E3 has been sent off, and already Reed of Clarendon College, he has moved out pretty quickly and trying to establish the pace and to take over. But we're seeing the man from Woolmans that's walking, that now decides to take up the front running, and he's been tracked closely by the athlete from Charlemont High School. So it's Woolmans boys, and as we are speaking, the lead is changing hands, where Price of Jamaica College now decides that he will take the pace and to lead them into the closing of the first lap. Also from Clarendon College, Obina Reed is there, slots into second place, and is being also tracked by Miller of St. Elizabeth Technical. So now the final laps comes up, now the bell has sounded, and it is Price that still leads, and he's being tracked closely by Obina Reed of Clarendon College. Miller of St. Elizabeth Technical is still there. Not too far behind them is the athlete from Charlie Mount High School. So we're seeing the top three trying to separate themselves, and they're doing so as we speak, but it's still Price of Jamaica College that is leading. Coming off the turn, Reed is still there, and Reed now looks to challenge him on the outside. So Reed is trying to take the lead, but Price is not giving any room to him. But now Obina Reed steps on the accelerator and powers past Reed, and he will definitely win it. There's no doubt about that. He crosses the line in 1:59.37 seconds. So that's an excellent run by Obina Reed of Clarendon College, and finishing second is Rashid Price. 1:59.45 seconds is the flash time, and that sees his place into the finals. So it was Reed from Clarendon College ahead of Price, ahead of Miller of St. Elizabeth Technical. At least as I said before, they're running hard even from the heats, because they know that it's not an easy thing to take it slow, because when it comes down to the latter part of the race, it usually sometimes comes down to who has the most foot speed, and the young man from Clarendon College shows us exactly why he bided his time and decided to push when it matters most, because he had legs to take him home. So now we're going to be moving to heat 4, and that will feature another strong field. We have one Delano Todd of Charlie Mount High School going up against Samuel Query of Jamaica College, and those two are two to watch. But let's not forget the others that are there in the field. We have one Reggie Clark of Irving, Amir Ans of Herbert Morrison Technical, Raquel Johnson of Belfield, another athlete that's looking to do well for Belfield, Leon Martin of Campion College, Mario Morris of Black River, and Radina Johnson of Sydney Pagan High School. There's 6 heats, so now we're approaching heat 4, still 2 more to go, and the top 2 from each heat plus the next 12 best times qualifies into the next round that comes up. So we're expecting a lot of these athletes to at least secure a place into the semifinals that comes up shortly or a little later in the championships. Todd has been looking pretty good all season, and he is hoping to do well for Charlie Mount High School. We know that school by virtue of one Asafa Powell, but there's also this young man who is really trying to reestablish a history or make history for his school, and he should feature very prominent here. So let's see what he does in this heat. Again, another full field. 8 athletes have reported to the start. Actually, we're not seeing the athlete from lane 1. We're not sure if he's there, so it's actually 7 athletes that have reported. Amir Anso of Herbert Marcel Technical should have been in 1, but he's not there. So it's going to be 7 that faces the starter. The gun has sent them off, and already Curry of Jamaica College, who would have done well last year, he won in class 2. He's now trying to secure another podium finish in his first year in class 2, but he will not have it easy at all. So we're seeing already where the athlete from Charlie Mount, it seems, has stepped out to the front, and he's trying to push that pace, and it's actually Johns of Belfield that has taken up the early running and leading the pack, and now he's being closed in by Campion College's Leo Martin. So that's where it is now as they approach the closing of the first lap. It is Delano Todd of Charlie Mount now that decides to take his place at the front as they go for the final lap of this 800 meters. Still close to call. We saw what happened just now. So it is Delano Todd that is doing most of the running, and he's still being tracked by Leon Martin of Campion College. And as we look now, it is a battle on for third and fourth, but up front it is Martin versus Todd. Todd is looking to change gear and to open up some distance between himself and Leon Martin. We see coming into third place, that's Query of Jamaica College, but the top two is some distance away from him. But there's still a lot of running to as they approach the last 100 meter. It is Todd of Charlie Mount who's swinging his hands, pumping hard, trying to keep his form, but closing like a runaway train. That's Query of Jamaica College who's looking to overtake both. Can we see if it's going to happen? No, it will not happen tonight because Todd managed to hold on to the end. 1:59.45 is a flash time along ahead of Leon Martin and ahead of Query, but excellent and brave running by the three young men there. As we said, Todd is looking to do well for his team, and the official time comes back at 1:59.50. So that's good running there. Might I remind you of the record? It's 1:51.26 by Kemal Farquharson, set back in 2017. So there's a lot of running for these young men, and already they're showing that they're here not just to make up numbers but to compete and compete hard and with great pride and distinction for their schools. So we're going to be moving to the fifth of 6 heat, and this one should feature another strong contender from Kingston College in Kelmy Hunter. That young man has also been doing pretty well all season, and we expect him to feature strongly for Kingston College. They're depending on him to secure big points for their team and their quest to secure another title, and I'm almost certain for himself he wants to do well. Another 8 athletes is expected to take the field, and we're watching them as they go through their final paces and getting ready for the starters order. And the athletes that will feature in this one is the Johnny Drummond of Manning's School, Malik Gordon of Denby High School, Jeff Campbell of Alphonsus Davis, the Kelmy Hunter of Kingston College, Rashid Green of St. Elizabeth Technical, Justin Webb of Calabar High School, Deshaun Tomlins of Monroe College, and running out the field is Siobhan Campbell of Fogar Road High School. And the gun sends them off, and it looks from my vantage point that we're not seeing a full field. It looks to be about 6 athletes that have started, so there are 2 athletes that didn't show, and already it is the man from Monroe that is looking to establish the early pace along with Webb of Calabar, since Monroe's Deshaun Tomlinson ahead of Webb from Calabar. There's still a lot of running to go, so we're looking to see probably different order at the end, but it's now Fogar Road's Siobhan Campbell that is leading the pace ahead of Calabar's Justin Webb. So it's Fogar Road's Siobhan Campbell ahead of Webb as they approach the first lap, completing the first lap. The bell has sounded 59.6 at the bell, but it's still Siobhan Campbell of Fogar Road that is moving to separate himself, but Webb of Calabar is now pushing for the lead, and he has taken that. And look at the man from Calabar, Kelmy Hunter, now decides to make his move, and he's doing so brilliantly. He asks for company, Justin Webb, but he is now clearly establishing himself in the lead. Tripped a little bit there, but he regained his balance, and he keep on pressing. Says Hunter away from Webb and in third. That's creeping up on them. Rashid Green, and he's looking to get into the top team. Hunter is making it look easy as he decides to step away from the field. Says Hunter that will win it easily ahead of Green, Rashid Green of St. Elizabeth Technical, and Justin Webb, who made one last dash at the final 2, but he was not successful, finished third. So 2 minutes 00.62 is the flash time. We await the official time for Raquel Hunter. So that's easy qualification for Hunter and also for Rashid Green. The other athletes fought valiantly, but those three were really separated from the field quite early and were all to themselves battling to the line. But Hunter saved enough, and as I say, in quite a easy fashion, won that event without expending too much energy. We're going to be going to a break in a short order, but we still have one heat to go, and that should be the 6th heat, which should feature some other strong name. And there's one school that I am excited each time I hear their names being called in the stadium, and that is Port Antonio High School. That high school has been really churning out some beautiful talent along with Magati High School, and we expect them to feature in whichever event they do. They tend to come out and fight very hard, but they are doing pretty well. And Dante Sims of Port Antonio High School should be running out of lane 3. Based on where I'm seeing, all 8 athletes have reported. So represented by schools here is Mannings, Meadowbrook, Port Antonio, Magati, Edwin Allen, Denby High School, Seafort High, and Camperdown High School. But let's look to lanes 3 and 4 along with Joel Morgan of Edwin Allen for those to do the early running and to also dictate the pace. Again, the crowd inside the stadium is not as large as it was last night, but there are a lot of persons who are still here in the bleachers. There are fans there as well, albeit most of them are students, but they are out in their numbers to support their teams. So they're gonna send off the final 800 meters for the class 2 boys, and already it's an even break, but we're seeing the man from Port Antonio who's trying to establish a lead, but it's actually Seafort's senior of Seafort that has stepped out early, and he's now being chased by Dante Sims, it seems, of Port Antonio. So it's senior of Seafort High School that leads them coming into the home stretch for the first time, and he's still holding his own. But the man from Port Antonio, Dante Sims, as we said earlier, is not having anything about that. He now steps to the front as they approach the first lap of this 800 meters. 56.9 seconds is the flash time for the first lap, and it's Dante Sims that's leading Tavane, senior of Seafort High School. Sims is trying to establish a gap between himself and the chasing pack. Now the order is going to be changed behind Dante Sims because he's still leading, and the man from Edwin Allen, Morgan, is trying now to secure or to put himself in the second place as they approach the 200 meters mark, and he has done so successfully. So it's Sims ahead of Morgan of Edwin Allen. Still a lot of running to do as they approach the turn for home. It is Dante Sims of Port Antonio being challenged by Morgan of Edwin Allen. So it's a ding dong battle now. Morgan gets to his shoulder and looks at him, and they're saying something to each other as Morgan now strides away. Sims looks unbothered. He just decides to settle for a second. 2 minutes 00.29 seconds is the flash time. In third, it's Connolly of Magati. So it's Edwin Allen ahead of Port Antonio ahead of Magati. We're gonna throw to a quick break, and when you join us again, we should have some interesting races for you. In a minute, we will take to a break. Again, I encourage you to let let your voice be heard. Let us know what schools you're cheering for in the comments. Let us know what events have really stood out for you, what events you're looking forward to see, and just your overall take on the championship. What are your thoughts on the schedule? What are your thoughts on the build-up to championship, the performances by the school thus far? Let us hear what it is. But above all, we encourage you to be here if you can. This year is the first time since the pandemic that crowds have been allowed without restriction inside the stadium, and so far we're seeing a lot of fans coming, some as far as from the west coming in, and they're really coming here to enjoy the championship. So we want for you to be here. If you can't be here, we ask that you try to follow us as we try as best to keep you posted with the results. Again, we're unable to give you a live broadcast of the action. We cannot show anything, so we're gonna take a break and then we get back to you in short order.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah. Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. With Purity Easter bun, pure, wholesome goodness. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Hi, my name is Lamar Distin, the national record holder in the high jump. I just want to take a moment to wish you all the best, and I hope you succeed in your goals. The vibe has always been amazing in my years at Champs, and it actually brings out the best in me, especially knowing you have people who are behind you 100%. It's always a good vibes, knowing that you are not only doing it for yourself, but also for your team at a shot at the Champs title. If you are nervous, it's okay to be nervous. Just don't let that nervousness take you over. You've been training for this, and now it's time for first appearance at Champs. As Coach Bennett always say, don't be afraid to dominate, don't be afraid to destroy them. One idol.
Hi, my name is Janine Smith, former Wilmarian. Talk about underdog turned champion. That would be me. But it was fulfilling, honestly. A really good growth experience. Loved the crowd, loved the energy, and yeah. I would love to wish all my Wilmarians from class 4 to class 1 a amazing championship. Have fun, enjoy your safe championship, and a very fun championship also. What have I learned from Champs? There are going to be adversities. Things will take a turn, but once you are headstrong, positive, confident in yourself, you will become a champion. So keep fighting, guys.
Hi everybody. This is Javier Bell, former 400-meter champion, Olympian, and many-time finalist at the Boys and Girls Championship. I am here to talk about my experience at Champs and just to encourage everybody who's competing this year. Well, I can first say that my experience at Champs were filled with a lot of mixed feelings because it was an up and down championship for me for many years. I was plagued by injuries, but I can say I've enjoyed every time I've competed there. I must say that the vibes at Chance is very vibrant. So even if you're not a part of the traditional schools you're competing this year, to just be focused, stay focused for the days of championship. It's not only competing but also rest and recovery is very important. I'm just asking everybody to go out there, be competitive but also in a friendly manner. Be respectful to yourself, your teammates and your competitors. I'm just asking you just continue to go out there and give it your best, because your best is all that counts. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to send this message to you all. I hope that everybody have a good, calm, collective and fun championship this year. Alright, peace, bless.
Hey, it's your girl Jura Levy. I'm just here to wish my alma mater, Very Technical High School, good luck and all the best at this year Boys and Girls Championship. I would have to say my least favorite moment at the Boys and Girls Championship was the year 2007. I got fourth in the 100, fourth in the 200, and ship came the following year, 2008, where I won the 100, broke the record, won the 200, became the class 2 champion girl and overall champion girl. That moment still holds a special place in my heart to this day that I treasure. Just want to say good luck to all the school and all the best at this year Boys and Girls Championship. Stay motivated, keep the fight alive.
Hi everyone, I am Elaine Thompson here, and I just want to share my Boys and Girls Championship experience with you guys. I would say it was fun, I enjoyed every bit of it, and I have a lot of memories. And also, I want to give you all words of encouragement throughout this championship. You know, there's nothing much you guys can do. It's going to start. So I would just say continue to stay focused. Whatever work you have put in, I know you guys will get the result that you want. And I will not call on names or school that I want to see show up on the top. I want all the schools and all the team members to put out all the effort that they have put in for over the past months and days to come to the championship. So guys, put on your thinking hat, put on that game face, go on out there, put your school on the podium and on the tally chart to get points for your school and medals, of course. And I am looking forward for everybody and all the schools to just go out there and do their best. And I said all the girls, put on your, I would say, lucky panties, and all the boys, put on all your lucky briefs and go out there, have fun, stay focused. Remember what you have been doing over the past months and days. Nothing can be changed or done at this point. Stay focused, confident in yourself, just to stay calm and relax, have fun, have a fun, healthy championship, of course, and go on out there and, you know, we're all behind you, giving you your support, and just go out there, have fun, and just entertain the entire Jamaica, because all the world is looking forward for the Boys and Girls Championship. Just want to say, stay focused.
My time at Champs was remarkable. I won a few medals. I won the high jump in class 4. I also won, bronze medal in the triple jump. And I also participated in the long jump while competing for Bear Technical High School. So that experience was remarkable, and we were also vying for the championship. So getting to compete with my teammates and going after the championship was definitely a great time for me. Well, one, have fun. Compete to the best of your abilities. That's the only thing that anybody can ask of you. So just go out there, have fun, and just do your best.
So my name is Shelly Lawrence, and I attended really the very technical high and the Hydel High School. My chance experience was good. At first I started off as a high jumper, but then I transitioned to the discus throw, which I'm doing now. But it's a good experience.
What would your encouragement be to your fellow Idolites?
To just go there and do your best. I know you guys have trained hard, and I'm excited for you guys, and I pray that you guys will get the trophy this year on.
To God be the glory, great things He has done. San Diego, former champs. I know we don't have as many athletes as possible, but they will do great. And my experience at champ was great. Dominance through champs and everything, so I'm happy.
Back then it was really excited. The girls was very competitive, and I think I love competition. So being back at Champs, it was just very competitive, it's fun, and you just want to be on top always. Sometimes you may win some, you may lose some, but it's all fun and game at the end of the day. I have experience. For me, it was really good and exciting.
What do you have to say to your their crew now, just to get them going and encourage them as it relates to their vying for that which we didn't get?
Have some fun, you know. It's just to have some fun, run some fast times, and wherever in the world, like if you come to championship and you didn't make the final, it's not the end of the road, because some persons who was never a high school star turn out to be the biggest thing ever. I was a high school star, so I just want to keep it going, and I think they will do pretty well. I've watched many of the races this season, and all the best.
I'm telling you, like, it's funny, you know, it was the whole entire backstretch was calling like Banjay, so you know, like, so that was the energy, and you know, yeah, that was really like, you know, Calabar, they win the year and all of that. I can't complain at all.
What are your encouragements to your Calabar Patriots, them being that they're coming back, you know, building themselves? What would you say to them now to boost?
Win champs.
Just win champs.
Easy as that.
Okay, so what are your encouragements to your Edwin Allen girls that is going after the title again? What would you like to say to them?
Well, I will say don't listen to the noise in the market. You girls know what you are capable of doing, and just go there and do your best.
How was your champ experiences that you have had? What is your best experience that you can remember though?
But mostly class 1, when most people doubted me and I pop up and show and prove a lot of persons wrong.
welcome back to our coverage of the 2023 ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships. This is a fun experience. I'm Noel Bravo Francis here inside the stands. Hi. I'm speaking to a Kingston College supporter, and as we speak, I saw the last point standings. Speaking here, Mr. Gary Cook, and the last point standing at College on 75 points, and Kingston College on 73. So it's neck and neck. What are your thoughts going into the penultimate day and the final day?
Well, I believe that KC is now start to show the management style that they have, and as champions, champions like Kings are hard to be dethroned, and so they could never walk over us like that. And it's JC flattering. I mean, the champs preview had them 2 points. I guess they got a little desperate and was trying to fill those points by running persons who I thought they should have rested in the 4x1, especially the classes, do all the jumps and all the throws. I would just have to stay focused right now, as KC right now have an advantage.
Yes, speaking of the relays, there was some drama in the relays at Jamaica College. In the Class 1 relay, they had 2 athletes who went down. One of them, like Mark Anthony Miller, and it's even for his championships.
Well, there was also another athlete who pulled up on the third leg, which is also a very important athlete. I believe that was Benjamin, and he does have 40-meter duties and other things that they're depending on in terms of Class 1 athletes being injured. They must be dejected, and Case is going to take advantage of this. Calabar is also going to try and push forward, but I don't think they have the depth. So at this point in time, the fans are going to realize that at the end of tomorrow, the points are likely to be a little unattainable based on the number of finalists and these events. But as again I said, it's champs, so we have to watch the days pass by to know what happened tomorrow and then see how the chances look.
Yeah, definitely good analysis there, because I was really looking at the Jamaica College team, and I'm saying really they were dropping some points, and I don't know where they're going to recover to really stave off the push from Kingston College going into tomorrow's penultimate day. Looking ahead to the 400-meter finals coming up, Kingston College have a few outstanding athletes in Class 1 and he will be coming up against Malik Smith-Ban as well as Delana Kennedy. But I know that when Kingston College is supporting throw behind him, he might do wonders. What do you think about epic final?
Well, let us just say there are 2 finals before that KC might build a momentum, because the Class 3 could see a gold medal and maybe another medalist from Kingston College, and the Class 2 of course have Taj that definitely would want to do some great things. So with that momentum coming from both the spectators, the 12th man, and what Casey know about, I expect fireworks. I think Glasgow's in excellent form. He's showing it and he's relaxed. I mean, he's not a Jamaican, as you know, but basically he would have just been baptized in the Casey spirit, and I'm sure he's going to go all out. Of course, Kennedy and of course Band are strong competitors that can't be ruled out, and I'm expecting an epic final. As a matter of fact, I'm expecting a very fast time. Conditions are really good and it's cool in the night, and I suspect this is one to go. Your money is fully paid for by watching this race.
Definitely expecting 5 seconds on the clock, because these 3 athletes will definitely push each other going into that epic final. Speaking of Taj, I was saying earlier this morning that he's the most aesthetically pleasing athlete to watch. He has a beautiful running style, stride back. What are your thoughts on Taj?
I'm going to put down to coaching. The KC management team and the coaches have worked very hard to get the guys fit, and because they do have some depth, even though we're suffering from some injuries, the guys know this and they are rising to the occasion. His style of running is just with consummate ease, and that relaxation, I guess, will just take him through on a canter. He will get some competition, but coming into the straight, I think he'll be going away, and when the crowd start rile up from the Class 3 and the spectators, we're expecting some great things. I'm not expecting a record, but it should be a good finish.
Definitely. Speaking of the confidence part, this event that's globally, and that was the 100 meters for Class 2 boys, where they had that incident with the Calabar athlete and the Kingston College athlete, and somehow it marked the because, I mean, right after that, you had the Class 1 100-meter final where Buwaji and Kumi ran 9.99 seconds. And because of what happened, I'm sure Kingston College didn't get to celebrate the win, because something was just there which kind of dampened the celebration.
Right, this is championship. These things happen all the time. In 1981, you don't remember that Kingston College and Calabar was really championship. Artists get riled up. Now Calabar is on a resurgence. They're building back and they're not getting the depths of challenge that they wanted to do, and there's some amount of frustration. Understand Gordon. I think he was defeated, and he was just a little frustrated.
And perhaps what had happened in the semi-finals where Blake had beaten him so easily.
Definitely. They are a very prideful school, and naturally so, they have a good history. But with all of that happening, they don't like to be beaten that way. And this Kingston College guy that has stepped back up in class in terms of all of his training and has spent time to come from injury and really come back, was obviously outclassed them, and he had a drive coming from the win in the semi-finals, and his last 30 meters tend to be very explosive. So if you touch him at that point in time, you would have really took him up. But he had the grit and the fight to come back in the end, and though he didn't get a medal, he placed 5th. I know Gordon was disqualified subsequently. This will only fuel Casey. Casey is constantly a school that has to fight against the pricks. So when they come hard at Casey, Casey gets stronger. And that's what the public don't know about Casey. So the more you fight them, the harder they'll fight. The higher the more they're going to scale it. And that is what is going to take Kingston College to the championship in 2023. And I can confidently call that.
Okay, going back to last night, we can't stop talking about what happened in the class one. The first schoolboy to dip under 10 seconds, and we saw it coming. In the semi-finals, he broke the record held by another Kingston College athlete, Zarna Hughes, which was set in 2014, 10.12 seconds, and he shaved it down by 0.4 seconds, only 10.08. And he was looking around for the Andre David, and we know that he had something left in the tank. Were you surprised by the sub 10?
Not at all surprised. Had confidence all season. He has gone through some torrid times. He has had this third class 1 final, and they have had issue, but he's a new man. His confidence has soared. Since champs last year, I think he has kind of vowed that he's going to do better. He's a superb talent, and he wasn't, I think, even running for something he wanted, but he was having fun. And when you find somebody having fun and just running, that's when you really get fast times coming. And his thing is not geared to just champs alone. I know he has ambition. And he wants with the second or third schoolboy after Raymond Stewart and Donald Quarry to actually make a global team, and I'm expecting great things from him. So let's look forward to that in the future, because Bouaji is on target. If he stays healthy, I suspect he could even fall in the relay pool of the World Championship team come summer.
Yes, definitely. I spoke with him last night. Confidence of having, he says it's a long season, so persons might think that this was the for him, but he said it's a long season, so I figure that he's looking even beyond the games, which is in next week. So I figure that he's perhaps looking at making the Jamaica relay pool, or even the individual team. And what he did last night, as I was saying to somebody earlier, was not only a world under 20 leading time, it's a world leading time on the scene. So he's the first person to crack 10, and that tells a lot.
Speak up, first man thinking he just picking for champs. But as he said, his coach and himself have serious plans for a long season. And a long season go straight into summer and to World Championship. What I can say though is that Usain Bolt gave him some advice that he has been kind of hiding from the public. And I myself can't say a thing in terms of that, but what I can say is that having worked with Usain for 10 full years and been close to him, I know the kind of advice that he would have given Bouaji, and given that, I'm expecting great things from Bouaji coming straight through to World Championship.
Okay, great. Shifting a bit, I know you're supporting Kingston College, but shifting a bit because it has been an excellent championship so far, and what are your thoughts on what happened in the girls class 100 meters?
This is phenomenal. I don't know if people put this in perspective, but what has happened is that 10.92 would have made every single World Championship or Olympic finals, barring none. Not only that, but in most years that would have been a medal as relates to that timing, and that's phenomenal for a youngster that still will be a junior come next year. And if you look at her style and the sort of whole form and everything in terms of how she run and what she's doing. She's relaxed, she's enjoying herself, and she's not out of her depth in terms of what she's in her age range, and she's doing that. Veronica Campbell record is no fluke. Neither was Tia Clayton, and to have done that not with a 2.0 win, but with just a small win following her and with no competition. Expect scintillating things from Alana, and I'm trusting that she's going to go far. She just needs good management and proper headspace, and I think she has both of those.
Yes, and Mr. Cook, speaking off the record, because usually in a 100-meter record race, usually you see somebody breaking the record by 0.2 of a second. It's normally a little shaving down and so forth. And this was no ordinary feat, because this is Veronica Campbell we're talking about. This record stood since 2001, and she ran 10.92, which a lot of persons don't understand. That 10.92 would have been a finalist.
Let's put in further perspective. Only 8 countries have managed to have any female athlete run under 11 seconds. Right, so I don't know if people understand that. If any country right now would be happy to have Alana in their camp, because as I said, only 8 countries have actually had sub-11 in terms of women. And of course there are top countries, and even back to the time when East Germany and other countries used to really rule. I mean, the world junior record is by an East German that was set some many years ago, long before.
I think it's 10.88.
It is 10.88. It is mind-boggling, but it was in that time when mind-boggling events were very juiced up. So,
yes.
You know, so let's put in perspective. 10.92 at this point in time is super, and she can go faster. Let's see what she do in the 200 meters.
Yes, definitely. I mean, running 10.92 definitely tells me that she can run 22 seconds in the 200 meters. I mean, the record was set last year by her teammate 0.53 running to conditions have been perfect throughout the championships, and I'm sure if she gets conditions like this, she will definitely
have the 12 behind her. With Heidel will be riding up, because there's some faltering happening all around, and they are going to be pressed to go all out for the championship. And if they can't win, they want to at least leave some mark on the championship. 22 low is hard to do by any stretch of imagination by senior athletes. And if she go lower than 22.5 and break the record, then after her, just would wish her all the best. And I'm expecting anything right now, because she has impressed me completely.
Yes, definitely. And we just wish her in a Deja Hodge, which is Virgin Islands, who ran a super time indoors recently in the 200 meters. We're looking forward to that clash.
Deja Hodge came to Jamaica like a vibes, like a crowd. Of course, she's a competitor right now, but she's Caribbean, and we are proud of that. I didn't want to see that matchup. Hodge is very determined, she's fierce, and Alana also is just a no-nonsense person that doesn't watch face. So it will be a great matchup. Naturally, I would want to say, as a Jamaican, that Alana would dust her out, but it won't be that easy. I just want both of them to stay healthy and see how far the times can go.
Wow, even that is mind-boggling. And we're not in a juiced-up time, so yes. Thanks, Mr. Here, for with us in the boys and girls athletics championship. Fun experience here. I've been moving throughout the stands to see if I could speak to anyone else who would like to say something. So, ready? So speaking to another fan inside the National Stadium here, I'm in the grandstand. It's a great schedule, the boys and girls athletics champions. The fan experience, as you know, we do not have exclusive rights to show what is on the track, but we get the views of the fans who have turned out in their numbers to see this great event. You know, they have changed the schedule where you have it's almost like the World Athletics Championship, where you have the 100 meter final on the second day of the championship, and every day there's a final. So no day is boring. In the past, the last 2 days, where everything was, you know, but now it's spread out. I think. What are your thoughts on how? And are you liking what you see?
Well, it's my first time coming here to the champ, so it's part of my bucket. I like it. You know, it's different from the States, right? It's more festive, more fun. Everybody kind of itself, and it's different. So I'm excited. I like it, and I can next year.
Have you ever gone to a high school championship?
Not at all. So, yeah, definitely, man. I'm from California. The big event is big, but, you know, well, like I said, the atmosphere here is different. So I like it.
Were you here last night?
Yes, I was.
Last night, I mean, that euphoria, I mean, in terms of what happened in the
last night was great. I didn't expect to see that time. You know, I was expecting to see about a 10-1. So last night was great. I was glad I was here for the record. Both records, actually. So that was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and definitely, a lot of persons don't understand. Not only were the times world under 20 leading times, but there were world leading times for the seniors as well. And that 10.92 that the young lady ran would have made every world championship final. So it was very impressive by her. You know, we just wish her good health. And yes. So I'm happy that you're enjoying the fan experience. I hope you will really enjoy the rest of the championships, and looking forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to being here again.
Beautiful. So as I walk to the stands to get some more interviews.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Oh, oh, oh. Purity Easter bun, they're so fine and so divine, yeah.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine. Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter bun. Pure, wholesome goodness. Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Shelly-Ann and I am a past student of the Heidel High School. I remember the first time I competed at Champs and I was nervous to the point where I was physically sick. And I remember the last time I competed at Champs and it was the same exact feeling as the first time. I remember being nervous to the point where I forgot my steps for my high jump, and that was something that I practiced for months before coming to this championship. I can say that Champs has molded me into becoming a better athlete as it relates to dealing with my anxiety and just like controlling the level of nervousness and stuff like that. I am not scared of crowds anymore. Yes. To all the athletes that will be competing at this year's Boys and Girls Championships, I just want to wish you guys all the best. Only your best is good enough. If you don't get your desired result, just go back to the drawing board and come back stronger for the next year. Big up the team from Ferry and big up Mr. Bennett, one of the best first. And like I said before, only your best is good enough. So just do your best.
Two different separate. Our school we all love dearly. We think it is the best. Maroon and gold colors. Rising on our quest. Our motto means at all times we try to do our best. At home, at school, at work, at play, we put it to the test. I get quite a gift. I get quite a gift. Maroon and gold, the sun won't set. Try to do your best. Put it to the test. I get quite a
Kennedy, Boys and Girls Athletics Championship. This is a fun experience, and I'm Noel Bravo Francis, working inside the stands. I'm here with another ardent track and field fan. Just like to hear his views on what has been happening at these championships. But first, I know that this is Rick Case, by the way, and I know that he loves his running. And first, we go to what transpired last night in the 1500 meters, because they were pretty impressive. So let's start with the boys, especially in the class 2 1500 meter finals with 2 kicks on college.
Yeah man, that was a special run. Kinda what was expected, but you know, we're happy for the points, because you know, right now we're in a points race, and you know, Champs of course has a lot of ups and downs, so we're just happy with the finish, happy with the points, and the boys healthy to continue their champs.
As we look at finishing with a flourish in this event here. Wow!
But you know, that's necessary because the top 4 will qualify automatically, so you know, that was just totally unnecessary. But we like to to see it as fans. Yeah.
See the determination.
See the determination, see the drive, you know, that's what the fans like to see. But the top four definitely would have gone.
Yeah, and Rick, moving now to the class one, because I find it a very intriguing race where Giocco went out and he was leading by 20 to 25 meters.
Yeah.
And you know,
ran out of steam.
Ran out of steam, but you know, I was looking at it one way, and I was going to tell you how I saw it, and then you can tell.
I saw it.
Yes. What I saw, he took it out, he took the fight to them early.
Yeah.
The Jamaica College athletes weren't sure if they should have gone with him, and if they had gone with him, they would have had nothing left in the tank. So they were playing a wait and see, wanting him to come back to them. But he didn't come back to them until they were straight. But it worked perfectly. It was like a cat and mouse.
And you know what? With the genius of Hamlin Pagan, who is the coach for Kingston College Distance, you know, Giocco went out, set the pace, right? Basically kept an honest pace. You know, but honestly, I thought Giocco would have finished the race, you know, at the pace that he was going. But what I saw was when Ainsley now caught up to him or was catching up to him, he was very surprised. It's almost like, brethren, you know what I mean? I'm not supposed to catch you know what I mean? And then, you know, he went around him, of course.
And he didn't have another gear.
He didn't have another gear. But, you know, we're happy that we still got good points from it. I think we got 12 points or so from the race itself, or 14 points, maybe 14 points from the race, which kind of put us back into a good position where we were, you know? So everybody needs to know that champs is about points. Sometimes the performances don't necessarily live up to our expectations. We might not necessarily get a 10.92, a 9.99 all the time. Sometimes it's the points that really matter for the championship. But we like when both come together and give us a good champs, you know what I mean?
And I spoke to someone earlier who was saying that this is when man management come into place, and he mentioned Mr. Pagan. Tell us about what Kingston College is doing different from the others.
So one of the things that we do with man management also is that we're not overloading the athletes, right? So for example, you know that boys could have run a 200 and maybe even medal. But the benefit of having a deep team is that you can manage the rounds with the athletes, and especially in this format. This format is actually more favorable for the athletes, right? So man management now becomes critical. And not only that, it meets like the corporate era meets. Prepares you for man management at a champs like this, right? But I am seeing some things that concern me. So when we see athletes now collapsing, cramping, it speaks to some absence of man management, and not just for KC, but we see it with St. Diego, we see it with quite a few other girls, and even with JC, who is chasing points as well, right? Sad to see what happened to Mark Anthony Miller, pulled his hamstring, you know, and maybe a part of it is man management, I don't know. As a fan, look, if something is going on in the camp. You know, man management is more than just how you get the athletes to come and run on their event, but what they do outside, the hydration, the stretches, you know, all of those things are very important for the competition.
So as we see Calabar and Kingston College going by together, qualifying easy, 158.14 flash time, 158.19 rounded up to. So a pretty relaxed run by the athletes competing for the top contenders. So argues well for a competitive final. Speaking of man management, which you aptly described, and Mark Anthony Miller sadly we're missing from the 400 meters. I want to hear your views now on the 400 meters, because those of the same Mark Anthony Miller quite easily in the semifinals, and he looked good running 46 seconds. The young man from Jamaica College, Malik Smith-Band, is also there, and we can't leave out Delana Kennedy of Eden Island. What are your thoughts on that?
That is going to be, and I think the order that you called it would be reversed, right? So I I think Delano Kennedy, of course, for me would be the favorite. He's the fastest this year. Smith and quality, but Amal Glasgow has been showing that he's no slouch. So I think those are the top 3 positions, just as how you mentioned. That's how I think it's gonna finish for the boys. Turbo, right? And I don't see anybody to come close to him. I think Turbo, if you push him, he can easily run.
We know, but for them, just tell him.
So he's Taj Marquez White, right? AKA Turbo. So Turbo, if you push Turbo, he can run 46 high, right? You will see him running 47 high today, right? But he's gonna be relaxed because he also has the 200 as well. And you'd remember he ran the 200 earlier. 9 points for first, and you still have the rest of champs, right? So I'm excited for that as well.
The next thing that we could look towards is the relays.
Oh my goodness.
There were a lot of drama.
So there are a lot of anticlimax in the relays. And you're talking about the 4x1s, right? So as a purist, I want good competition. So, it hurts me to see that Calabar fall started, right? And to see that JC is out of two of the 4x1s, right? So that's a big loss. One of them they were favored to win. So we definitely don't like things like that, it opens the door an opportunity first because champs is gonna have ups and downs, right?
But as I said, you don't want to win like that.
You don't want to win like that, and then especially when you see other athletes get good times. You saw some of the qualifying times, especially the Calabar team. I think their time was 41 flat. It rounded up to 41.02, which is an excellent time for a class 1 performance, right? So all the relays are going to be spectacular. No one team is going to dominate, but with somebody like 9 running on any leg, even if it starts. But I love the way he ran on the backstretch, so if I'm gonna put the team, I'm gonna put him right there, right? And I like Yuri Lawrence to finish. He basically jogged. So Yuri Lawrence, to me, I say KC can do an easy 39 high, which would be good to win the 4x1.
And you don't have injury concerns in the camp at the moment for the athletes who are competing?
Not for the 4x1, no. Not for the 4x1. We have some other injury concerns. You saw Isaiah Patrick limping. He has a 1500 to finish tonight. Hopefully he can still break the record. I'm not in the deck record. I'm not sure how much points he got for the javelin, or 600 and something points off the record. So I think between those 2 events he should break the record. Right, so that's the race coming up now, the 1500, and I did not hear how much points he had, but I'm sure if he just jogs this, he'll probably break the record and win the gold medal. And JC, of course, is right there in second position, close by.
We had the 1500 meters class 1 last night. The 13-year-old record of Natoya Home straight with Kishe Road.
Yes, that was a wonderful race to watch. And for me personally, I love when these aged records get broken, right? Because it means that our program is developing the coaches, testament to the coaches, testament to the training of the athletes. And nobody really expected it, but when it
one for VCB because the record set before Line was born.
Look at that, but to have a girl running 10.92, a high school girl. A cat is now amongst the pigeons. For the seniors, a cat is now amongst the pigeons for the seniors. 10.92, right? And there was no Serena Cole in the race to make it a real true years old. I don't think she's 19.
No.
First year class 2 First year class 1 and running 10.92.
Unbelievable. Looking at the 800 meters coming up, there's some good clashes there.
Yeah, and yes, we expect for the boys, right?
Yes.
So I think our quality is really in the class 2. I'm not overly excited for the class 1 or the class 3, right? Class 2 is where I think we'll have our advantage, but the times are not brilliant times. So I mean, we're not in the era of the door is just open. So, and that's one of the things I was saying to you. When I'm looking even at the quality of the jumps, nobody's jumping 7/8. You know, so yes, people are winning, but we're not getting excited over it. You know, the class 2 jumpers barely jumping 7.2 most of them, and that's a concern for me. But the 1500 that you spoke about, I'm happy those records are broken.
Earlier we spoke about some disappointment you would have with the athletes who were pulling up injured and all this. It was another disappointment, and I couldn't go without getting your views on it because it's almost part of the championship. That's night last night, but an incident happened in the class 2 100.
Yeah, unfortunate.
From Calabar, I think something.
So I saw it in it appears to be an accident to me. I heard persons saying who saw it on TV who are suggesting that it was delivered, having not seen any replay or anything outside of what I saw in the stadium live. But the reaction was totally disappointing for me.
Yes,
right?
All around. Yes.
So first I had flashbacks to Champs 1981 when Casey Calabar was banned for fighting, right? And that was the first thing that came to my mind. That here it is that we're in a dog fight to win a champs. We want to come back and contest the champs next year, and then having the possibility of being this expelled or disallowed, right? So that was the first flashback for me. The reaction was totally unfortunate. To understand, and don't get me wrong, I understand the emotion. You were right there going for a medal, right? And you were in it for a bronze. That's what I saw from where I was. So at most it was, he lost the bronze, but the reaction was just too much. So I'm happy I saw Jeremy there as well, and there was a lady, could be his mother, I'm not sure. She came down and helped him, was crying. But what I like was the athlete did not react. It did not fight back, it did not react. And that I believe was because the KC guy pushed him about 3 times. Went after him about 3 times. Right? So I'm happy that it didn't escalate, it didn't turn into something worse than it could be. But you're right. It really was a mar, but I'm happy that Alana Reid immediately and just wipe away the whole of that. And then she came back and just went a big high. It was like one high, then a high above that. So, I mean, I was just here standing up after, just in awe. Everybody was standing, nobody left. Nobody left, everybody was just standing and just couldn't move. What did we just see?
A schoolboy running something.
Schoolgirl running something left.
And a schoolboy running something.
I was just happy to be here last night.
Definitely. And looking I wanted to ask you because you and I would have been at World Championships. We're the last one. I noticed that they the championship here. The World Championship, you have to go so as we see Patrick, some college supporters cheering him on. Man to do this event, and he lift your hats the students, the allies who take on this challenge. Also on the girls side, they have Thailand, so brilliant, and that has got the crowd left up inside the National Stadium here. Yeah.
that's 20 points for 10 points for Jason.
Yes, still in the last.
So the score is now.
Yes, but it was 75-73.
So now.
Yes. Still neck and neck, but we will see when the 400 meters come on later on. So as I was saying, the championship has mirrored what we saw at World Championship. What are your views on that? I mean, you have been one of the best.
But also the athletes seem to prefer it as well. They get more time to recover, and it makes so much sense. You know, it's almost like when they join boys and girls champs together. It made so much sense. So when you change this, and this is how the sport needs to evolve. If it works, it works. And it helps the athlete, especially when they need to matriculate now to the senior ranks. You know, they are accustomed to it. And not only that, if you look at the treatment, when we're at the World Championship, they have the zone where they interviewing zone. So when they come off the field, they walk through the interviewing zone and then they go back to, you know, so the whole, they have some elements that they're introducing here now, which actually help to prepare the athletes for when they become seniors. You know, even if they go through a career talk, whatever, you know, they at least have that experience. For the layout of the event itself, crowds, you have more crowds on different days. So, for example, yesterday, Wednesday was full, right? Yes. Tuesday wasn't bad on the first day, but yesterday, Wednesday was full. Grandstand is full today, and today's a Thursday. I know that tomorrow is going to be full, and of course Saturday. So this is a win-win for everybody.
Definitely, and more revenue to those growth brand, you know. I said it's 112 staging, and it's just really getting better and better. And I make no apologies when I say that this is the best high school championship in the world. And as somebody who worked for World Athletics, I mean, they would have asked me to cover this meet. They would have no other high school championship. That's the respect they have for the quality meet that we put on here. But Rick, are there anything that you would say that you'd like to see improve or anything in the like? I mean, about the championship, I'm not sure if the many falls that
so there are some things that we have. For example, I want live results. So thing where, you know, we have this website that the time that it takes to update, we're not able, you know, as a fan in the stands, especially when you're chasing job, and real time. You're going to go to the World Championship. Whatever app they have for the championship, we'll have real time information as soon as reaction times. We'll get reaction time, and also in the stadium itself, you have. So, for example, why we couldn't have bigger boards that shows us the lineup for all the athletes, the performances, the qualifying times, just like what the persons at home watching on TV see.
And something last night, which, as you raised that, you know, let me just remember your point. Last night, what I thought should have happened when Buwaje and Krumi ran the 9.9 seconds.
Should have brought teams, yes,
on the scoreboard.
But it's worse when you even have the throws and the jumps, right? So for me, I would love to see in the progression of the, you know, when persons are lined up, what is the order? What is the current order? And that should be displayed in the stadium. So you need bigger display boards at strategic points around the stadium.
Even to gauge at times, you have to be,
you have to be struggling. So my experience would be heightened if I had to sit and see everything, get the results, but follow in real time, you know, on the screen. When we go to pen relays, everything is 12 years old now. We need to step up. This slow pace. I mean, I was even looking at it took so long for the 4x1 class 3 to update. Almost 2 hours after. Almost 2 hours after the race was finished, the 4x1 class 3 was updated on the app. You know, and then as you know, I used to be a part of the management team for KC, right? And those are the things that, you know, because I wouldn't have been in the stadium, I would have been around on Stadium East. And you need these things to be able to change your strategy, to fix your strategy, to know what to do instead of sending a runner out. You know, so to me the event is pretty, but you need to engage fans a little more. You know, have more giveaways, have more freeness. I mean, I see some freeness and whatnot, but they're trying, so they're heading in the right direction. But as far as the meet is concerned, the starting could be improved, I think, as well. It seems as if the athletes not hearing clearly. We're having false starts, things of that nature, Said that, the best thing they could do after that is cover the bleachers, and I know that's probably too much, And the prices. So I heard that the prices for the bleachers tomorrow is $2,500. That kind of rough. That kind of rough. So maybe the pricing, they can look at that as an uplift.
I think you should stay on those.
Yeah, I think so too. I wouldn't disagree with it.
So as we are here speaking now, on track is the finals of the Class 3 girls 400 meters, and this is going to be a very, very good race, So Shanoya is one of the quality athletes in this event. So we're gonna keep an eye on lane 3. Yeah, so Shanoya Davis in lane 3 is also very good to runner. She has to go out very fast. So let's see her strategy. And she will be lining up behind this challenge. So lane 3, Shanoya Davis, Bushet High, not one of the traditional high schools. She's a quality athlete. Position, and they're off. Good start by lane 4 and lane 5. So Fletcher of Idle, who's a favorite, Natasha Fletcher, she's a favorite. Shanoya Douglas working hard on the back straight there, and 50 meters to go. And now Fletcher makes her move as they come off the top end. So it's Fletcher and Shanoya Douglas. So Fletcher now opening up a gap, moving away in lane 6. So Fletcher, big points here for Heidel. Douglas has given up and she's fading to the back. Here is Fletcher, the champion. She delivers. And Fletcher has gone out too hard and came home on fumes. So 53.94 seconds. Brilliant run there by Fletcher. So 53.99 flash time. So Douglas, she was a super athlete. We wanted to.
52 is no slouch.
Definitely, and even though some of these records are dated, perhaps that is one of them that would stand until the athlete comes along. But Shanoya Douglas really flattered to deceive there. She ran 300 meters, but it's a wall coming home. And Fletcher. Next on track will be another final. Should be Class 3. And what are your thoughts on the Class 3?
Rehudol to win this race. All season. Also in the 200 meters, very relaxed, mature run. He's an excellently built athlete. I don't think he has been pressed that much, but I don't think it even matters based on how he runs. Okay. He's way mature, way beyond his years.
Okay, so that good head on his shoulders.
Good head on his shoulders. So we definitely want these points.
I said we will have a good idea, coming out of tonight, as to where the championship is headed. But it's still in the middle of the championships,
This race is important because we have two athletes JC has one athlete, right? And we have preferred lanes. So, I think if the coaches has discussed a strategy with them, it would be a kind of similar rabbit situation, We're there now. Calabar has one athlete, we have two, JC has one. So, it's definitely the favorite, but Porta is no. So, I wouldn't put, that the Calabar guy is pretty good too. So, he might be right in the mix with them.
It's an excellent final on the offing.
This is a very good final.
As you said earlier, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. I mean, we could be first and third in this one.
We don't want to see any more false starts, nothing like that. Clean, all the athletes just,
But as you say, the chance is really a close one. Because JC would have scored heavily but more than us in the discus that was just completed, right? So, you're going to have these ebbs and flows in the points. But, when you do your forward projection, that is kind of where you kind of see where they're going to be missing some points when it gets to the relays when they really needed it. Because it's hard to make up points outside of some of these events, right?
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, it's very hard to make up points because a lot of the points might be cancelling out each other, right? Unless you're really super than another team, but if both teams have equivalent athletes in there, it's not splitting the points by much. So we expect to score heavily here, and then when the class 2 comes, as we spoke about turbo as well, expect to score there as well. I think we only have one person in the class 2, which is turbo. The other athlete, I don't think he advanced.
Alright, so it was nice talking to you, Mr. Case.
Bravo, it's always nice talking to you, man.
Alright, okay. Thanks. Throw it back to...
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time, make me feel nice, yeah. And it was some goodness. Me with the Easter bunny, so fine and so divine, yeah.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right, the taste is so divine.
Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter Bun. Pure, wholesome goodness.
Purity Easter buns, yeah.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much. All at an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate its first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that's an unbeatable price. Sun Powder Laundry Detergent. Experience the greatness and pick up a pack today.
Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. And it feel just right. The taste is so divine.
Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter Bun. Pure, wholesome goodness.
Purity Easter bun tastes so fine and so divine, yeah. Me feel joy at Easter time. Purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eat in each and every bite.
Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter Bun.
Stay connected with Track Alerts TV by clicking that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. You'll never miss a moment when we go live, and you'll always be the first to know when we post new and exciting our community of passionate sports enthusiasts, and let's support our favorite athletes together. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and become a part of the Track Alerts TV family today.
Want reach? Advertise with trackalerts.com. More people are becoming satisfied advertisers building their brand online. We know it from start to finish. Trackalerts.com on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Contact us today at info@trackalerts.com or 876-893-4157.
Keep apace with the latest track and field news, for the minute details, expert views, reviews, and interviews in photos, videos, and features. Track Alerts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Track Alerts TV on YouTube. TrackAlerts.com. From start to finish.
Advertise on our live streaming. Your products will be seen by our large audience in Jamaica, the diaspora, and across the world. Book your spot in our live stream for a very small introductory fee. Call or text us at 876-893-4157 or email anthonyfoss@gmail.com. Trackalerts.com from start to finish. A function or event? Want it to be streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom? iView 365 can help you. We specialize in sporting events, stage shows, funerals, concerts, conferences, church services, graduations, and many more. Call or text us at 876-893-4157 or email anthonyfoss@gmail.com. That's ANTHONYFOS@gmail.com.
We're here with Isaiah Patrick, winner of the boys decathlon for Kingston College, breaking the record in the process. What does it feel like for you now to be not only the champion, the gold medalist, but also the record holder for this event?
Well, it feels good, to be honest, and that was my plan coming out here. So I know now that I'm one of the best to pass through the system. So it's a good feeling for me now.
Tell Jamaicans and the rest of the Caribbean and the world, a matter of fact, who is Isaiah, where you're from, how long have you been attending Kingston College, and what does it feel like to be attending?
And to be attending Kingston College is an honor, and to be out here making new friends and making new goals, and it's just a good feeling, to be honest. I would recommend it, highly recommend it to anyone else to come to Kingston. Well, because of last year I wasn't able to compete, so I used that as a motivation, and coming out here I had a goal, and that goal was to get the record. Unfortunately, I fell short in a few events because I lost focus for a while, but I still managed to keep some focus, and I was able to do it.
How are you going to celebrate this one?
Well, I'm not sure, but see what going on, man.
Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Very passionate about the discus. Very, very passionate. And I just went out here, calm myself down, talk to God, talk to myself, feel. And congrats to Kobe, my competitor who came second. Big congrats to him. And coming second.
Okay. And what this will do for your confidence going forward now?
It will boost my confidence a lot. And calm me down in competition, because I know that I can do it and I will do it.
Is this your first World Medal champs?
Yes, it is. My first finals also.
How that feel? What's that feeling like? This is your first final, first time, in a final, first time winning a gold medal for JC. How do you feel about that? And what was the motivation factor behind that?
I'm feeling very overwhelming, very grateful that I've tried along this rough journey, and I came here and just did my best, and I just executed. Thank you.
Yeah, what was the motivation?
Myself, first of all, no, God, first of all, I'm not going to lie, because I was out there talking to myself and to God to just help me through this, cut all nervousness, and so that and also my friends and my family in the stands watching me, and a big shout out to JC, Joe Squad, and my coach Rajiv Ford.
We have a new record of 6,969 points for Isaiah Patrick of Kingston College. Give it a round of applause. William Charles of Jamaica coming second, 6,574, 6,112 points. Omar Locke, St. Elizabeth Technical, 5th, 5,268 points. Zico Bennett, Heidel, 6th, 5,081 points. Antoine Salmon Field, 7th, 5,073 points. Osman Hall Mushek, 8th, 4,913 points. Damian White Rhodes Hall, 9th, 4,895 points. Javier Morrison Dint, Guru Ruben, 12th. Edwin Allen, 4,000. Robinson excels at 13, 4,492 in 14. Akeem.
Qualifying at 54.41 seconds from Safety Botanical, Janeek Williams. It is an interesting and stellar lineup for this girls class 1 400 meters final. Many have waited for this particular race. It will be interesting when it's all over. What will the time be? Who will be in front? A good start by Tony and Bedford of Edwin Allen in lane number 6. She travels fastest of all. McAdoff also striding out well in lane number 4. Ricky and Russell in the mix as well. It's a speedy first 200 meters. Just about 23 seconds for that first 200 meter home stretch. It is Ricky and Russell and Alika McAdoff in Union battle. They will run into a central championship. Victor is there on the outside as well. Ricky and Russell storms forward. McAdoff can't respond. Powell is there too. Ricky and Russell speeds the line. 51-24 the time on the clock. McAdoff has to settle for second. And maybe Powell getting out in third. So 51 Russell, McAdoff in second at 52.11, and Powell of Edwin Allen getting some valuable points for her team in third, 52.76. Hello, presentation. Sponsored by TDJ, representing my best we have Kiara Williams, marketing special culture supervisor, TDJ Calabar, 6,202 points. Receiving the silver medal, Dorian Shaw, Jamaica College, 6,579 points. And the winner of the Captain Boys Open, ISSA Patrick, Kingston College, a new record
out a lot. There's a lot of races, fast running. We have seen all the 400 meters contested, save and except the class 1 boys 4x400 meters that will come up momentarily. Ricky and Russell just secured victory in the class 1 girls 400 meters in 51.26 seconds. It's a new PB. Didn't get the record as she intended. The record was set back all the way in 2006 by one Sanita Sutherland at 51.13, but it was an excellent run from Ricky and Russell, finally delivering for her school in her final year championships, winning the 400 meters for class 1 girls. Now on track is the 400 meters for class 1 boy, and this number 3, and let me just quickly go through the lineup for you. We have in lane 1 Enrico Webster of St. Elizabeth Technical. He qualified with 47.73. In lane 2 Shelly-Ann Reid of St. Andrews Technical. He made it into the finals with 48.49. Malik Smith-Ban of Jamaica College is in lane 3. He made it into the finals with 46.66. In lane 4 is Amal Glasgow, one to watch from Kingston College, made it in with 46.90. And in lane, that's the favorite to win this event. Let's see what he does. He's from Edina Lane and he came in with 46.69 seconds. We're not seeing anybody in lane 7. That should have been Mark Anthony Miller, and as we said earlier, he sustained in lane 8. We have Joshana Dennis of St. Elizabeth Technical in 47.36. So this should be a cracker of a lineup. Let's see if they can challenge that 44.93 second setback all the way in 2015 by one Akeem Bloomfield. The crowd is really hyped and ready to see what this event will be. It is the final event, and so far the 400 meters have been cracking some really fast times, and the starters calling that it's to their marks. The stadium is quietly coming into a state of full silence as they look for a gold medal for their school and for themselves. So they're on their marks. The starter gets ready to send them off. Is it gonna be Kennedy? Is it gonna be Rottenmeier? Will it be Glasgow? Or will it be Smith-Ban? Already they're off and running, and it is Delano Kennedy. Kennedy is moving with some urgency, but Dennis Umstead is always so trying to push, but Kennedy now looks to take full ascendancy. So it's Kennedy, and look at the man from JC. Smith-Ban from Dennis, 45.24. Records survive, but it's Kennedy that wins the gold medal, 45.27. Fantastic running. Smith-Ban managed to hang in for 45.74, and Dennis third, 45.87. And the crowd receives him gladly, and this is what you want to see, as Mr. Kennedy makes his way to his, looks like his mother, and that's been a thing now. Common sight after the races, at least the friendly parents who have been very supportive. Beautiful, because he was not out quickest, but he didn't allow the rush from Glasgow to perturb him. He waited and struck when it matters more. Casey Glasgow faded into fourth. Nevertheless, a very commendable effort, but he tries to gather himself after such spectacular run. So that's curtain for the events for tonight, and what a way to close out day 3. We said before that there's a lot of exciting things to come, and this is amongst the spectators and fans we're looking forward to. It's basically the last event, last bit of action in the stadium, so the fans are trying to make their way out, and I'm sure they are not disappointed. They must feel good about what they're their teams of tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow is going to be day 4. And judging by what we see thus far, it should be a very tight battle to the finish between the champs chasers. So again, we're saying to you, if you're not in the stadium, you have to be here. You have to be here. So what we're going to do now is that you join us tomorrow again, just about 5 p.m. in the afternoon, when we bring to you more of the energies, excitements, and all that the fans have to offer to us. Until then, my name is O'Shea Hudson, signing out and saying good night and God bless.
Nice victory for you. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful. I feel so powerful and great. The aim is to push on the straight and maintain my speed.
And you finished very strong. You still had a lot left in you.
Yes, I did, but you know.
Talk to us overall. Class 3, 400-meter champion. How special is this feeling for you now?
It's really special because last year I didn't make it to the finals. I came 4th in the semifinals and came 9th overall. So you know that hurt. So it taught me a lesson to push more this year.
It's affordable and accessible.
And the service was excellent.
Pharmacies that affiliate with first year, you get a discount.
Did not need a group to be a part of it.
Sign up today at firstcarejamaica.com.
Sun Powder Laundry Detergent for a wash that deep cleans and keeps colors bright. Use Sun Powder for the fresh, high foam you love so much.
Easter time, purity Easter bun make me smile. Purity bun in my kitchen and I eating each and every slice, yeah. Soft and sweet, me like it. Purity bun make me feel nice, yeah. And it feel just right, the taste is so divine.
Celebrate this Easter in fine style with Purity Easter Bun. Pure, wholesome goodness.
Purity Easter bun, taste so fine and so divine, yeah.